As a young citizen of India, armed with technology, knowledge, and love for my nation, with a vision of transforming India into a developed nation, I'm joining Shobhit University. What about you?
Very good morning to all the participants from India and abroad. Shobhit Institute of Engineering and Technology, Meerut, a NAC accredited with A grade, DIMTIB University, and Center for Agriculture Informatics and E-Governance Research Studies, and Center for Agribusiness and Disaster Management Studies. I extend greetings to all the participants from India and abroad who are attending today's national webinar series on doubling farmers' income by 2022 and beyond. Atmanirbhar Bharat in Agriculture. The webinar is being hosted on every Thursday at 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and today it will be slightly extended. Today is 9th November. The webinar is on very important topic, smart tribal farming, measures for increasing economic productivity and empowering tribal communities. They are Santal, Kolha, Bhumija, Bathudi, Bhuiya, Gond, Munda, and Sounti, and particularly vulnerable tribal groups, Lodha, Mankidia, and Kharia, in Mayurbhanj district, Odisha state. Today is the 124th edition, and on behalf of the Honorable Chancellor, Honorable Vice Chancellor, the faculty members of the university, and on my behalf, and as Professor Emeritus and Chairman of the Centers of Excellence, Center for Agricultural Informatics and E-Governance Research Studies, and Center for Agribusiness and Disaster Management Studies, Center for Informatics Development Solutions and Application, and Center for Industry 4.0 Studies, Technology Studies and Application, and Center for Health Informatics and Computing. Let me welcome the today's panel of speakers. They represent various segments of technology and social work in the district of Mayurbhanj. Mr. Santosh Kumar Sagu is a CEO, Managing Partner, Computer Lab Private Limited, has got Bhubaneswar, is working on digitalization program in the state of Odisha for more than 30 years. Madam Sanjukta Basa is the chairperson of Sangaram, Paribada, Mayurbhanj district, Odisha state. And Dr. Bishwanath Sahu, principal scientist from Central Institute for Women in Agriculture. Dr. Sankamitra Patnaik, senior scientist and head of KVK Mayurbhanj 1. And Dr. Srinivas Petikam, principal scientist, Central Horticulture Experimental Station and ICR, Indian Institute of Horticulture, Bhubaneswar. And Mr. Vanumitra Acharya, Secretary Sangaram, Paripata. And Dr. Vijay K. Prusti, Deputy Agriculture Marketing Advisor of the Ministry of Agriculture and Pharmaceutical Government of India. Mr. Satyaprata Bhavanti, founding director of Steradian Technology Private Limited, a startup, and Madam Vijayalakshmi Permaculture designer, educator, and consultant, and founder of Vishwapriya Urban Permaculture, Bengaluru, and engineer Subrabrata Prasti, Indian Telecom Services, from the Department of Telecommunications, Ministry of Communications, and Mr. B.K. Mishra, Managing Director, National Federation of Fisheries Cooperative Limited, Fish Corporate, Ministry of Fisheries Cooperation and Animal Husbandry and Dairy, and Mr. Krishna Chandra Mishra, a Global Ashoka Fellow and founder and chairman of Ukutur Rural Management. And it gives a great pleasure to welcome all of you and the participants and the panel of speakers. So far, the university conducted, about 123 webinars, in the under the category National Webinar Series on Doubling Farmers' Income by 2022 and beyond on every Thursday. And also we conduct international webinar series on open source digital technology towards self-reliant India in association with African Asian Rural Development Organization. There is a big list. This list, we have conducted the 123 webinars on various topics, which are facilitating lot of startups, NGOs, and IT industries to get into digitalization of agriculture sector. And for the last, 4 or 5 webinars, we are concentrating on smart tribal farming projects in many states. And and to develop any sector of economy, a nation essentially needs for four main synchronized intervention, namely enabling policy environment, state of the art technology, financing mechanism, and entrepreneurship capacity. India is a country of, it is an agrarian economy, and it contributes nearly 20% of the GDP and provides more than 50% of the total employment. And farmer needs timely, location specific, and personalized information for effective control on their production, risk, and then market their produce to identified market opportunities. Many national level programs, Digital India, Make in India, Skill India, Startup India, and Stand Up India programs have faced operational difficulties for its impact at farm level and farmer level, and that too at small and marginal, farmer level. We have the reports on doubling farmers' income by 2022, chaired by Dr. Ashok Dalwai committee. Dr. Ashok Dalwai is an IAS officer from Odisha cadre. This committee report is popularly known as Dr. Ashok Dalwai committee report. It talks about, the doubling farmers' income by 2022. The report was submitted, in September 2018. And I was closely associated with this report for during the formulation of the volume 11 and volume 12B. Volume 11 is on empowering the farmer through extension and knowledge dissemination. And volume 12B, digital technology in agriculture. This is total digitalization of Indian agriculture system. Indian agriculture system has about 145 million operational holders, out of which 89% are small and marginal farmers, having less than 2 hectares of land. They are the food security network. And based on our vast experience, we have suggested 7 mission mode programs. One is digitalization, digital transformation, through synergization of various government programs at village level. Under the categories, smart irrigated farming, smart rainfed farming, and smart tribal farming. Digitalized agromet advisories and comprehensive agricultural risk management solutions. Digitalized agricultural resources information system and micro level planning at village level. Digitalized value chain for about 400 agriculture commodities. Digitalized access to inputs to the farmers as a farming as a service. Digitalized integrated land and water management, and digitalized integrated farm health management to see human health, plant health, animal health, soil health, water health, fish health, and environmental health together. And I would like to quote what our Honorable Prime Minister said in his Mankidia program on 29th November 2020. He said, our farmer, our farm sector, villages are the foundation of Atmanirbhar Bharat. Let me repeat. Our farmers, farm sector, villages are the foundation of the Atmanirbhar Bharat. Why this smarter tribal farming projects? Our Honorable President, Her Excellency, Draupadi Murmu, has become the President of India. She comes from tribal community. In order to honor her, we thought that why can't we operationalize the smart tribal farming component as recommended by Dr. Ashok Dalwai committee reports. Made a presentation to the Ministry of Tribal Welfares last year August. They suggested that, Professor Mori, why don't you submit project proposal to the State Tribal Department, because this is operationalization of Government of India, Committee on Doubling Farmers' Income by 2022. This has to come through the Ministry of State Tribal Department. We from the university, we thought that it's a very important suggestion and direction. We associated the NGOs working with the tribal communities in various states, and we have identified in many states, and one such pilot project is in the district of our Honorable President, Mayurbhanj district. And this district has got lot of tribal communities: Santal, Kolha, Bhumija, Bathudi, Bhuiya, Munda, Sounti, and particularly vulnerable tribal groups, Lodha, Mankidia, and Kharia. And this is a very important things that we also taken with the help of Sangram NGO headed by Madam Sanjuta Basa. She will also will address this webinar very shortly. And this district is very important district, and that's why the district we have taken 10 villages in two block gram panchayat in Bangri Bosi block for this pilot project. We have Sustainable Development Goals of UN and Agenda 2030, which is 17 Sustainable Development Goals and 169 targets to be achieved. Digitalization of agriculture system will facilitate operationalization of many sustainable development goals. Commodity value chain is very important. Government of India has also suggested, come out with the Pradhan Mantri, particularly Vulnerable Tribal Development Mission 2023. And we are also promoting smart and collaborative agriculture. This is the way of the future. Agroecological farming and regenerative agriculture, organic farming, and permaculture. And this is very important. And Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Science and Technology also promote application of frontier technology at the tribal areas. India has got 142,000 tribal villages in the country. And India aims to become new India by 2047. So by 2047, the 142,000 tribal villages are also should become digitalized tribal villages, smart tribal villages, smart agriculture, tribal agriculture, or nutritional agriculture, sustainable agriculture. And the technology has to go, even though we have a tribal sub-plan, but technology has to reach the tribal land. Value chain is very important. It has to be globalized. As of now, it is very weak. The smart tribal farming project, it will facilitate innovative, sustainable, eco-friendly agriculture intervention for food, nutrition, health, livelihood security, and economic productivity of tribal community. A pilot project in a cluster of 10 tribal villages of tribal communities. Mr. Manish, can you put Madam Sanjukta Basa on the screen? And the project location is Bangri Basi. And Gram Panchayat is Nischinda, village is Nischinda, Sarasahi, Gohirapal, Bohala Godia, and Bindur Godia, and Gram Panchayat Brahman Govan villages, Baskitola, Bahiradipur, Chandbil, and Bautia, and Kampir Mundi. And Mayurbhanj district is also an aspirational district. According to Census 2011, tribes constitutes about 58.70% of the total population of Mayurbhanj district. Santal, 43%. Kolha, 17.67%. Bhumija, 11.69%. Bathudi, 8.04%. Bhuiya, 4.26%. Ho, 3.02%. Goth, 2.09%. Munda, 1.95%. And Sounti, 1.93%. And Kharia, 1.56%. Creation of a digital tribal platform. Under this project facilitates digitalization of Gram Panchayat, tribal village, and tribal farmer into smart tribal Gram Panchayat, smart tribal village, and smart tribal farming, and smart tribal farmer, leading to total development of local area. Expected benefits of tribal communities, among the other, are operationalizing agri-value chain, agri-value system through an agri-tech startup, an agri-community service center, farming value creation networks, NGOs, farmer produce organization, research and extension, and open innovation in tribal agriculture producers, and promoting village level entrepreneurs for marketing tribal agriculture produce in both the national and international markets through virtual aggregation, integrating with the global value chain. Conserving nature supports the Sustainable Development Goals of UN and its Agenda 2030. Adoption of smart tribal farming leads to nature-based solution and facilitate achieving many sustainable development goals. 8, 9, 10, 12, 1, 11, 16, 7, 3, 4, 5, 2, and 15, 14, 6, and 13. This pilot project facilitates establishing a science, technology, and innovation hub for overall socio-economic development of tribal communities in a cluster of identified villages and will emerge as a center of excellence on smart tribal farming on the farm field in the district of Mayurbhanj, Odisha. I also would like to inform the participants that Odisha Mineral Bearing Areas Development Corporation is doing a lot of developmental aspects in the mineral bearing states, mineral area districts. This is a Section 25 company formed on 2nd December 2014 as per the directive of Honorable Supreme Court of India for undertaking specific tribal welfare and area development works so as to ensure inclusive growth of mineral bearing areas. As per mandate, the Odisha Mineral Bearing Areas Development Corporation will finance project executed by line department relating to livelihood intervention, health, water supply, sanitation, education from the funds maintained in PL account of this Odisha Mineral Bearing Areas Development Corporation. It is funding 7 sectors and in the state, drinking water, piped drinking water supply, education, including training and skill development, and healthcare, including Anganwadi centers, livelihood promotion, rural connectivity, environmental protection, pollution control, water conservation, and groundwater research. Odisha Forestry Sector Development Society is also implementing this project to mitigate adversaries faced by the forest fringe dwellers to some extent by providing them livelihood promotion opportunities. Honorable Supreme Court of India in their order has directed for creation and updating a GIS-based decision support database of all forest lands. And under the Odisha Forestry Sector Development Project, a geometric center has been established with a project management unit at Bhubaneswar. Odisha University and of Agriculture and Technology promotes agri-entrepreneurship in Odisha, supported by Odisha Mineral Bearing Area Development Corporation, through 1 year certificate course on agri-entrepreneurship covering the domains like agriculture, horticulture, veterinary science, fisheries to skill rural youths. Under climate smart village or farm, we needed to bring in weather smart, water smart, carbon smart, nitrogen smart, energy smart, and knowledge smart. Integration of technology into smart tribal farming could be implemented through the use of information technology, communication technology, and direct knowledge transfer, DKT, that will be delivered by JRS Disruptive Solutions Private Limited along with its associated startups. JRS has established collaboration that would provide technology in generating highly granulated advisories to the farmers, which would be crop specific and land specific, determined through satellite imaging and other artificial intelligence and machine learning based application and tools. Government of Odisha has announced Odisha Jackfruit Mission, and it's very important. And mapping and profiling farmer groups, SMEs, and agro-processing companies in the district is very important. This will include assessment of their capacities and interest in developing business partners. On 20th August 2022, I had a webinar with Mr. Engineer Subrat Kumar Prasthi, Indian Telecom Service Officer. He will also deliver talk. He talked about total development of local area, Todala, with ICT. It's very important. Under this pilot project, under the association with Sangram NGO headed by Madam Sanjukta Basa, we will see to that how the technology can facilitate total development of local area. What is that which the smart tribal farming project can facilitate for the tribal community? Empowering the tribal communities through digital transformation of digital agriculture. Digital agriculture. Operationalizing digitalized agromet advisories, agricultural risk management solutions, digitalized agricultural resources information system and micro level planning, establishing digitalized integrated farm health management systems, One Health program, achieving resource use efficiency, and operationalizing agriculture value systems, farming value creation network, promoting village level entrepreneurs, facilitating GI tech, and moving towards carbon farming through circular economy methods, developing skill and entrepreneurship among rural youths in e-governance in tribal farming, promoting total development of local area, Todala, through Digital India Mission and smart tribal farming. We should achieve digital maturity, by through digitalization of Indian agricultural system, by operationalizing Dr. Ashok Dalwai committee report. This also I have presented to the recently concluded G20 summit in Delhi. They had a Change Maker 20 summit. I was asked to present. I used the title Achieving with Smart Tribal Farming. If India has to have a change maker, we have 142,000 tribal villages, and they have to be also part of the new India by 2047. We have only 24 years to go. The pilot projects like what we are taking in Mayurbhanj district for these major tribal communities will become a change maker. So they also will be joining with us. This is as a recommendation, which is also has gone into the G20 summit. And what is the economy of Mayurbhanj district? It is mostly dependent on agriculture, agroclimatic zone, and the favorable soil type induce proper growth of agriculture in the district of Mayurbhanj. Paddy is a major cultivated crop, followed by pulses and oil seeds. Type of crops cultivated, mostly cereals, pulses, oil seeds, vegetables, fiber crops, and spices. We have 55 watersheds in Mayurbhanj district, 473 sub-watersheds, 1,204 mini watersheds, 2,512 micro watersheds in the district. And animal husbandry, more than 4/5 of the rural households own some livestock, and dairy farming is practiced in general. And Mayurbhanj district is known for small animal farming like goatry, pickery, and sheep rearing. Next to agriculture, animal husbandry is the major source of supplementary income of rural households in this district. We also have a lot of SMEs in the rural sector, and small animal resource of the district, especially Bengal goats. Mayurbhanj is the native tract of the Bengal goats, are unique for their characteristic like high prolificacy and marbling meat quality, which is hardly found in other small animal breeds of the world. So the Bengal goats, which are available in Mayurbhanj, it is the number one in the world. Backyard poultry plays a vital role in the livelihoods of majority of poor tribal families of the district. Indigenous poultry genetic resources like Hansli, Gujri, Dumasil have a very high social, cultural, and economic importance amongst the people of Mayurbhanj. Fisheries, being a landlocked district, there is no scope for marine fisheries, but there are large number of small water bodies and irrigation tanks, and however gives the district a rich potential for inland fisheries. Mayurbhanj district is the 5th largest fish producer of Odisha after Kanjam, Balasore, Bargad, and Galahandi. And Mayurbhanj district is densely populated with the tribal communities, and including several particularly vulnerable tribal groups. And their communities have relied on forest resources such as cereal crop farming, but it is not enough to provide a sustainable livelihood. Sosunam Agro Farmer Produce Organization has the distinction of being the first farmer produce organization in the state to specialize in cultivating aromatic crops, with their products now reaching international markets. The district of Mayurbhanj is noted for its forest, mineral forests, and other resources, agriculture, horticulture, vegetables, and forest, and fruits, mangoes, guava, citrus, jackfruit, banana, papaya, pineapple, cashew nut are successfully grown in the district. Seasonal vegetables, cultivations like bendi, bindi, brinjal, tomato, watermelon, cauliflower are undertaken in the district in a very big way due to high demand from outside. Department of Agriculture had taken initiative to produce spices like turmeric, ginger, coriander, and green chili, root crops like sweet potato with high yielding capacity. In a tribal belt of Mayurbhanj, maize cultivation is becoming increasingly popular. In Bangri Basi block, where we have taken the pilot project. Madam Basa, can you put your video on? The Bangri Basi block produces in the district 3.188% vegetables of the total development in the Mayurbhanj district. In terms of plantation crops, 24.694%. In fruits, 11.407%. And flowers, 10.266%. And spices, 19.206% of the total district level production. It means that major fruits cultivation, plantation crops, vegetables, flowers, and spices, they need a digitalized agriculture value chain. The National Institute of Agriculture Marketing and KPMG, in its report on 2018, they said that the title is Agri Vikas 2018, Unleashing Agri and Allied Entrepreneurship in New Odisha. They talk about establishing value chain of maize, cashews, paddy, ginger, turmeric, chilies, mangoes, and onions. So they're all very important in the district of Mayurbhanj. And this webinar, I also would like to congratulate Bihana Didi. He's from this district, and she wins Norman Borlaug Award for drought tolerant rice variety. She is called, that Bihana Didi, fondly called and seed lady by local communities in Odisha. Agriculture scientist Swati Nayak has perhaps begun to reap the fruits, having lived in tribal villages with the farmers and understanding their actual needs. And we also have a very big potential of fisheries development, which will be addressed by Managing Director, Fish Cooped, National Federation of Primary Fisher Cooperative Organization. They will help us in bringing Fisher Farmer Produce Organization. And with this income note, I welcome Madam Sanjukta Basa, Santosh Sahuji, and other participants, panel speaker, to join national webinar series on doubling farmers' income by 2022 and beyond, and to talk on very important topics: smart tribal farming, measures for increasing economic productivity and empowering tribal communities. Santal, Kolha, Bhumija, Bathudi, Bhuiya, Ho, Gonth, Munda, Sounti, and particularly vulnerable tribal groups Lodha, Mankidia, and Kharia in Mayurbhanj districts. And we'll start with Mr. Santoshji Sahu, and he is a well-known technocrat doing digitalization of the entire Odisha through the government of Odisha. Afterwards, I will request Madam Sanjukta Basa to talk about her organization, what she's doing for the last 30 years, and how she's going to operationalize. I'm very happy to see Sangram at a glance behind her. It's very important background. Over to Mr. Santosh Saguji.
Namaste, sir. Good morning, all of you, all panel members. Sir, actually, I had given time after 12.
Okay, fine, no problem. Okay, We will ask Madam Sanjukta Basa to deliver.
Okay.
Over to you, Madam.
Oh, just a minute, sir. Just a minute. Sorry, sir.
Yeah, is it a screen visible to you?
No, just, sir.
Hmm.
Just link. Just, sorry, sir. Just.
I think. Oh, okay.
Sir, visible, sir. Audible, sir.
Okay.
Sir, audible.
Okay. Audible, but
good morning,
video
sir.
has to be on, Madam. Video be on.
Sir.
Can you put video
sir.
on?
Ji,
Because it's
sir.
a live telecast.
Sir. Good morning, everybody. Myself, Sanjukta Vasa. I represent from Sangram organization. Sangram is a registered organization, and we have also a FCR registration and getting 12 by ATG and CSR GST also with us. And our organization working mainly forest wildlife conservation last since 25 years. Basically in Mayurbhanj district, and cover 7 blocks. Basically, we are working with
Mr. Manish, you can move the next slide.
Range wise.
Madam, whenever you want to have a next slide, you can say next. You just to say next slide, then Mr. Manish will put.
Sir, just our statutory status, sir. Our organization is a society organization, and FCR registration भी हमारा पास है. We are getting also 12A80G and CSR registration, and TAN GST also. Our headquarters is district Baripada, and field office is Bangriposi, Munda, and other one is Bijatara block. Bangriposi is 45 kilometer district from Baripada headquarters, and Bijatara is 80 kilometer distance from district headquarters. Next. Sir, our vision is a community where people lives in harmony with nature by using optimal resources like water, land, water, air, and forest, etc., and naturally the future generation to be capable of sustaining a healthy habitat. Our mission is working with people live in and around Shimilpal Biosphere Reserve for reducing resources on the biosphere by sustainable use of natural resources and nurturing a culture which will progressively enable the community to live in harmony with nature. Next, madam. Our approach. Ecological restoration by active engagement with all stakeholders. Wildlife protection by converting poachers as conservators. Minimizing animal-human conflict. Conservation of culture and tradition of tribals. Promotion of alternative livelihoods for forest dwellers, for minimizing human pressure on forest. Empowerment of tribal forest dwellers. Engagement with children to build them as ecologically responsible citizens. Madam, next. We are active in forest and environment protection, livelihood promotion of forest dwellers, climate change, conservation of traditional culture and heritage of forest dwellers, rescue and rehabilitation of wild animal and stray animal, wildlife conservation, engagement with children for ecological sustenance. Next, our stakeholders, forest dwellers in and around the Similpal biosphere, poor socially and geographically excluded communities, women and children, traditional leaders such as Majhiaram, Dehuris, and community institutions such as VSS, SHG, marginal and small farmers in and around forest, rural tribal youth, different government agency, local self-government agency institution. Our footprints, madam, next, जस्ट आवर जो फोटोग्राफ देख रही है ये हमारा जो मैंगो ग्रुप है, प्रोड्यूसर ग्रुप कंपनी है जो लोग ऑर्गेनिक फार्म करते हैं, तो यूथ ग्रुप है, उन लोगों को जो पिंडर गड़िया है हमारा वन जो प्रोजेक्ट में डाला है उनका जो पिंडर गड़िया वेजिटेबल हमारा मार्केट में सेल हो रही है। ये हमारा सनफ्लावर है, ये दूसरा गांव का है बास्की तला। एंड नेक्स्ट है जैसे कि हमारा वाइल्ड लाइफ एलिफेंट कॉन्फ्लिक्ट एरिया में हम लोग विजिट करते हैं डिपार्टमेंट के साथ, फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंट एवं गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट के साथ। ये हमारा अवेयरनेस से फॉरेस्ट रिलेटेड अवेयरनेस रिलेटेड हमारा प्रोग्राम है, जैसे कि हम रैली करते हैं, मीटिंग करते हैं और ट्राइबल पीपल के साथ। बेसिकली हमारा ये हमारा कोविड-19 से हमारा जो स्ट्रे एनिमल के लिए हम लोग फूड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन का प्रोग्राम हो रही है। दूसरा हमारा जो एम्बुलेंस से स्ट्रे एनिमल बारिपदा म्युनिसिपैलिटी का ऊपर हम लोग जो एम्बुलेंस सर्विस दे रही है, अभी हमारा रनिंग प्रोजेक्ट है, वो गवर्नमेंट सपोर्टेड का प्रोजेक्ट चल रही है।
Mr. Manish, next.
कुछ वीडियो भी भेजा था मैं
सर, ये स्लाइड्स इतनी है सर, वीडियो है कुछ, वो प्ले करता हूँ सर।
हाँ, ओके।
हाँ मैडम के पास।
या
सर बेसिकली हम लोग थ्री स्ट्रेटेजी लेकर हम काम कर, 3 टायर का, जैसे कि हमारा प्रोटेक्शन है, मोटिवेशन है, हमारा कोऑर्डिनेशन है। प्रोटेक्शन स्ट्रेटेजी में सिमिलपाल का जितने भी एरिया में जहाँ का पोचर्स एक्टिव है वहां पर हम लोग क्या कि हमारा कुछ इन्फॉर्मर्स ग्रुप है, ये यूथ ग्रुप है, जैसे कि उन लोगों को हम लोग ट्रेनिंग वगैरह देते हैं किस तरह हम लोग बच्चों को पहले से हम प्रोटेक्ट कर पाएंगे, प्रिकॉशन ले पाएंगे। डिपार्टमेंट साथ मिलजुल कर हम काम करते हैं। ये जो फोटोग्राफ से ये हमारा ट्रेडिशनल कल्चर है, किस तरह पेड़ को हम ऑर्शिप में डालकर लोग को मैंने इमोशनली किस तरह उनको हम विन कर सकते हैं। ये हमारा एक 21 मार्च वर्ल्ड एनवायरनमेंट डे हम लोग सेलिब्रेट करते हैं गांव लोगों को साथ। इसे हम लोग क्योंकि उन लोगों को साथ हम इमोशनली, ट्रेडिशनली, कल्चरली, स्पिरिचुअली उन लोगों को फीलिंग्स डालते हैं कि किस तरह वो लोग पेड़ के साथ वो जुड़े। तो और गवर्नमेंट लोगों के साथ हम कोऑर्डिनेशन करते हैं कि जैसे कि हमारा जो टारगेट ग्रुप है वुमेन है, किस तरह और मिशन शक्ति का जरिया में कुछ सपोर्ट मिल पाएगा, उनको किस तरह ट्रेनिंग देंगे, उनका कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग, उन लोगों का जो बिजनेस करेंगे, जो वुमेन ग्रुप है उनको किचन गार्डन किस तरह डेवलप करेंगे खुद के बारे में। तो इस तरह हम लोग प्रोग्राम करते हैं सर। और जो हमारा मोटिवेशन का पार्ट हम लोग स्टूडेंट से 80 एज तक लोग को हम लोग शामिल करते हैं, जैसे कि स्कूल लेवल में एनवायरमेंटल एजुकेशन का ऑफर हम लोग मीटिंग या जैसे कि बहुत सारी जो डे है फॉरेस्ट एंड वाइल्ड लाइफ का, उनको हम सेलिब्रेट करते हैं। और जो ट्राइबल ट्रेडिशनल जो लीडर्स है उनको बोला जाता है माझी हड़ाम। उन लोगों के साथ गांव में बैठकर फॉरेस्ट प्रोटेक्शन के बारे में किस तरह उनको प्लान होगा, किस तरह उनको जो डिसीजन लेंगे गांव के, और जी गांव का हेड है तो उन लोगों को हम लोग प्रमोट करते हैं। और दूसरा है जो जो कोऑर्डिनेशन, गवर्नमेंट का क्या क्या फैसिलिटीज है गांव लोगों को लिए, क्या क्या स्कीम है उस तक हम लोग पहुंच जाता है। जैसे गवर्नमेंट और कम्युनिटी के अंदर हम लोग का एक ब्रिज के तरह काम करते हैं।
Thank you, madam. And it is, you would like to talk more, or it's you conclude your
कुछ
address?
प्रोग्राम के बारे में तो कुछ वीडियो दिया था सर, वीडियो कुछ है सर।
Yeah.
टाइम लगेगा
Mr.
सर।
Manish, Mr. Manish,
Sir, I have 4
more
videos.
videos.
I played 1 or 2 was not playing properly, sir.
Okay, fine. It is symbolic, and I'm very happy, Madam Sanjukta Basa, for associating with you and your team. Sangram is doing a very wonderful job. I was really moved, even though we have been interacting with you weekly, 1 hour, to talk about with the stakeholders. And you are doing a wonderful job with your team and your approach, your vision, mission, stakeholders. And this is what is needed to operationalize the pilot project in these 10 villages and then take it up further. Scale it up, and it's very important. Please stay with us. And with this, I would like to request Mr. Santosh ji. Now, I know you for the last 35 years working digitalization program. Now we heard about Madam Sanjukta Basa. I came to know about it only through you. You identified Sangram NGO and through Anjal. And I don't know whether Madam Anjal is participating or not. And this is how. And I'm very happy that you have seen her strength. And I'm after listening to her, the program which you were initiating in Mayurbhanj district will be successful, and also it will reach the doors of our Honorable President of India, Her Excellency Draupadi Murmuji. Over to you, Mr. Santosh Sahuji.
Yes, sir. 1 minute.
Please. Is it getting uploaded? Please unmute, Mr.
We are trying to share it from here only, from our system.
And maybe issue, but okay. You can upload, and then from there you can share. It will be very easy. Meanwhile, you can talk and let it get uploaded. Hello.
Okay.
Mr. Manish, you can make Madam Basa backside, the background.
It is getting uploaded.
Okay, good. You speak. Let it get uploaded.
First of all, thank you, Professor Moni, and my namaskar to all the panel members. Thank you, Professor Moni. I am really honored to be part of this national webinar on smart tribal farming. I know Mr. Professor Moni long time back, and being a small entrepreneur in IT, so he has included me in this program. So I am very much thankful to him. I congratulate for your unique attempt for your effort for making smart tribal farming and making Odisha as a destination, and particularly Honorable President Draupadi Murmu's district as the pilot project. So thank you very much, sir, for giving this opportunity. So I hope with all the stakeholders' presence and contribution, so we can make this project really truly successful. So what we have done in computer lab, we are we are. Can you see, sir, the
Yeah,
slide?
yeah. Hmm.
It is showing. Okay. So we are one of the IT services organizations since 1990. So this organization is basically works on IT and IT enabled services in digitization in so many projects in the government since beginning. So we are the part of several e-governance projects across the country. So we are working in Pan India, based at Bhubaneswar headquarter, having every districts our presence in different projects in digitization projects. So I'll go through my slides one after another. So this is our introduction. So we are set up in 1990, and since then we have been rendering IT services across the different parts of the country, state and the country, to deliver citizen-centric services. So presently, we have our IT center in Bhubaneswar, project office in different cities, and our also project office in different parts of different districts. With our project is executed through our district manager. The entire projects in the across the district or the block or in the gram panchayat level. So our people are deliver services, our digitization services through our district manager. So district manager coordinate and deliver the services. So we are ISO 9001 2015 for providing IT enabled services at the forefront of driving e-governance projects in India. So we are having a 500 seat capacity infrastructure in InfoCity Bhubaneswar, and we render our services across the state along with the other states also. And, now we are also registered with STPI. So we have more than 800, 900 people working. So our philosophy is to provide one-stop IT solution and services for those clients nationwide, and our mission is to be the most preferred partner for rendering IT services to different government departments and actively participate in all e-governance and IT projects initiated in the state and nationwide for delivering citizen-centric services with creating huge employment opportunity for skilled rural professionals. This is our mission. So our approach is deliver services through skilled resources, through our ICT resources, and it goes to the last mile. So we give different kind of services. Talk about Aadhaar services. Talk about ration card management services. Talk about our voter card management services, voter related services. So different projects we deliver the last mile services to the citizens through our teams, and we always follow the quality and the best quality of services, so that we get a client through another client. So that is our philosophy. That is our quality assurance procedure. Aadhaar is the biggest project for us. So we have more than 4 crores Aadhaar we have generated through directly under UIDA. Now we are doing it for UP and Odisha. In Odisha, we have doing in for more than 15 to 20 districts. We are doing Aadhaar services through our team. Apart from that, there is a ration card management systems where we are doing in every blocks of Mayurbhanj districts. Our people are there, so they are giving PDS, enabling PDS to the beneficiary, and they sit in the block office and manage the ration card management. So somebody like they takes different types of rations in different months. So that also we used to do online. So our people work on that, and even a new ration card also, if anybody is going to apply, so they apply through our center only. So this is what we are doing. These are two major projects going on. Then scanning and digitization we are doing for court. So all the court records now is getting digitized through us. So these are some of the big projects now we are doing it. So these are our 33 years of journey. So every year we have milestone. Every year we are having milestone in different projects or different acknowledged or recognitions. So this is started from 1990 to 2023. So we are now in 2023. In 2010 we got national award for outstanding entrepreneurship in New Delhi, and so since then we have never come back. We always go forward for delivering services, and our strength is our large pool of technical resources in different parts of the state, in different districts, in different blocks in the states. Now, why we have more than 33 years of experience. Why people choose us? Because of our expertise and experience, because of our team, because of our constant market research and tracking new opportunity. Then and because of we are having so many associates, and we have having strong backend team, strong project management unit, which we can able to deliver quality services. So this is our organizational structure. So we have every department: finance, human resource, technical, operation, logistics, business development, like that. These are all our.
You go to the previous slide.
Yeah. These are our team, few of our senior team members. So this is how we used to deliver. Um, um, as far as Mayurbhanj is concerned, as you know, sir, there are around in Odisha around 4.5 crore population, out of which Mayurbhanj constitute around 23.26 lakhs population, and out of which tribal population is 14.79 lakhs, which is 58.7%. 58.7% is tribal population. Odisha constitutes around 22% tribal population, but Mayurbhanj is 58.7% population, as you have already mentioned. So there are other districts like Kandhaman, Sundargarh, Navarampur, Koraput, Malkangiri, Rayagada. They are the uh, uh, fully tribal population is there. So there is some technical issue. Just a minute, sir.
Yeah, you can speak.
Yeah. And so uh, mm, um, as far as tribal farming is concerned, we are not directly involved in farming, but we can, as you are going forward, we can always ready to deliver services in terms of digitization. How we can be part of this project, what will be our value addition, so that accordingly, so we will be able to deliver this thing. So to you, as and when required, remaining stakeholder, we can work along with them to deliver the services. Uh, Beyond that, uh, our team has visited initially to Mayurbhanj districts by our one of our member Anchal Sritos. She has gone and she has gone and she has visited several times, 2 3 times. Finally she has come out with her report that Sangram is a NGO where Sangram is the NGO which can be she has identified that, and she has recommended you to seek their profile, to see their profile, and to evaluate their profile, and to include them in the as a stakeholder in this pilot project. I hope
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Sahuji. I depended upon you, and I'm very happy today. You saw the address by Madam Sanjukta Basa. She has got a
yeah,
lot of
really,
potential, and
yeah,
I'm also very happy that with your 36 years of experience and your association for smarter tribal farming initiative and also replication in the other parts of the state is very important, and your experience and quality approach of digitalization of government systems are very important. And I'll be very happy that you also see that in this pilot project how we can bring in digitalization efforts to train the rural boys and girls in this Bangribasi block through the computer lab team is very important. Thank you very much, and
our
you can come out. Yeah.
yeah, our team visited Kusumi block initially. You
Mm.
must be knowing that. So that is also Madam's President Madam's constituency. But later on, I think we have changed the block. Now it is a different block. So, but there are several times we have visited and we have gone through. Now millet farming also is. We have seen there in millet farming also being done in Kusumi block. Uh, uh, so uh, so you can see this exploring millet farming potential and selected an NGO of smart tribal farming. ये हमारा we have tried this. Then what is it? Uh, so this is what we have done so far in the project. Uh, so as I told you, so state this mission and contributes computer lab for the success of the project. Smart tribal farming mission aims to promote sustainable and efficient farming practices among tribal communities in Mayurbhanj district. This report combines two aspects. So millet
Yeah,
farming
you just to go to the previous slide. Previous slide.
yes.
Okay. Next.
Then our team visited Kusim block, then the native block of Honorable President. The first choice of conducting the pilot. Key findings from the site visit. The president of native village Uparbeda is situated in this block. There are 14 numbers of GP, and Uparbeda is itself a GP. The area is well connected by NH to state capital Bhubaneswar, Baripada, Jajpur, Cuttack, Baleswar, Tatanagar, Kolkata, Jharkhand, etc., making transportation convenient. There, almost all villages are having more than 50% of tribal population. The tribal primarily engage in paddy cultivation along with few spices, coffees, and other crops, etc. The irrigation system, river irrigation is available to at Sulepa dam area, which is located 5 to 6 kilometers away from Kusmi block. Lift irrigation has not yet been adopted, and rain-fed paddy cultivation is commonly practiced. The sandy loam soil composition is area in for millet cultivation. Then millet farming initiative, our team visited SG Foundation as NGO in Kusumi block, but they were already engaged with Odisha Millet Mission as an assignment. They had done few variety of millet farming in different patches on tribal basis in order to add the yield. Our team visited few millet farming fields along with NGO staff. Below are some of the pictures, varieties of millets grown by the NGO. Then selected an NGO for the smart tribal farming project. Then extensive research and visit were conducted by our team to identify NGO. Consultation with industry expert Mr. K.C. Mishra, former CGM NABARD. Visit to Krushi Bhavan, Department of Agriculture and Farmers Empowerment. Gathered information on various NGO working in Mayurbhanj. Interaction with RSC NGO Bhubaneswar. Explored the potential for collaboration with the well-known NGO in Mayurbhanj. Then site visit to Mayurbhanj district. Our team visited, learned about NGO. Okay. Then our team engaged in communication with head of Sangram NGO, Mrs. Sanjukta Basa, to discuss their capabilities and willingness to undertake the STF project, positive response, alignment with project goals, and expertise in working with tribal communities made Sangram chosen as NGO for tribal farming. So thank you, promising millet farming potential, ideal partnership, strong regional presence. Sangram has having all these things. That is why we have recommended. Then expertise in tribal engagement, then achieving sustainability through the collaboration with Sangram. The STF project can aim to promote long-term sustainable and efficient farming practice among tribal communities in Mayurbhanj. So this is what, sir. Thank you very
Just,
much for giving
just
me.
1 minute. Stay there. Just 1 minute. Stay there.
Sir.
Just 1 minute. It is very. You also given. Just we go to the previous slide, the thanks one. It's very. And you've given a very lot of. You also done a lot of work with respect to how you were able to select in a Sangram NGO. I'm very happy to understand and learn, and it's a very important achievement. Thank you very much, Mr. Sauji, for your efforts, and your collaboration, cooperation is very much necessary. You can come out from the presentation mode.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Much.
I will be there. I'll be there, but I am just.
Yeah. You can go to the behind the scene. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I'm very happy that for your participation and your role, your computer lab, and also that how your interest is shown in in the pilot project, and with your support, we'll be in a position to make the program very successful. Thank you very much. And Madam Vijayalakshmi ji. Madam Vijayalakshmi ji. Hello. Hello. Mr. Manish.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is Madam Vijayalakshmi ji joined? No.
Yes, sir. Ma'am is online and her PPT is also ready.
Okay. But the video is not coming. Madam, can you put your video on, Madam?
Madam, your video is not coming. Camera maybe.
Yeah.
Not working.
No, she has to. Okay. Madam, okay, it's come now. Okay, let me, you please unmute. Voice is not coming. Hello? Yeah. Am I audible, Madam? Yeah, but we are not getting you. No, we are not getting you. No, I'm not hearing you. But you can disconnect and join. You can try that. Yes, we'll have next presentation by Madam Vijayalakshmi, and she's a permaculture designer, educator, and consultant, and a founder of Vishwapriya Urban Permaculture, Bangalore. She is born and brought up in Odisha and now settled in Bangalore. And she has been taking a lot of interest in this project, in how to bring in, permaculture approach for sustainable agriculture. It is very important. And Mr. Manish is others are on the screen, on the background. Mr. Manish,
Yes, sir.
yeah. Dr. Biswanath Sahu is there, or Mr. Mohanty, or Mr. Prusti.
No, sir. Subrat Kumar ji is here. Pusti is here.
Okay. Yeah. You please. We welcome Engineer Subrata Kumar Prusti. Yeah, and Mr. Satyaprata Mohanty. And Mr. Mohanty, you can also put this video on. And Dr. Biswanath Sahu, very nice. I welcome all of you, and I'm very happy that you had a first to initiate this one. And let us have from Mr. Prusti. Will you use your presentation mode, or you will speak?
I will use my presentation mode and also I will share the screen.
Okay, fine. Please, I will request you. Mr. Prusti is a Indian Telecom Service Officer, and at present he is a Director Technology and Rural Development, Department of Telecommunication, Ministry of Communication, Government of India, Bhubaneswar. And I am very happy that we started with a very happy note, and it's very important. And Mr. Subrata Kumar Prusti, he has been promoting total development of local area. I was quite convinced. I had a webinar with him, and let us try to promote this concept. And with the next 10 minutes, Mr. Prusti, over to you.
Okay. So I will tell something because I think
You can put the slide. You can put the presentation. You can put it so that it'll be very.
regarding payment, it is saying Google slide or something.
No, you have to slide. You have to go to
I
your
will-
computer, upload, and then share it. Not
Okay,
Google
I will
slide.
share the screen.
Not
Okay,
the
I will
screen.
share
You go to the screen, go to your computer, and load it, and then share it.
Okay. Okay. So am I visible now?
You are visible.
Yeah. So this is what I am showing is this is PM Gati Shakti portal. PM Gati Shakti portal has been launched by our Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi. Actually, what is happening? We are only speaking about different areas, but we have never concentrated on a particular area. So my concept is PM Gati Shakti for total development of local area. As you can see in the screen, this PM Gati Shakti on the right side, you will see that there are a lot of
No,
initiatives.
your screen is not visible.
Huh?
Mr. Manish, can you see that your screen is not visible? Okay.
Now it's visible?
Yeah, visible. Yeah.
Okay. So, actually, what I am, my objective is this PM Gati Shakti has been done for the entire infrastructure sector of India. So, but not only infrastructure, it has tried to make everything that is yeah. So, for example, you can see there are different ministries, railways, agriculture. I am just showing agriculture. In agriculture, you can see Ministry of Data, Horticulture, Agricultural Institute, Agricultural Infrastructure, Crop, etc. The objective is how we will encash this for each and every local area, because what is happening, this local area has lot of resources. For example, I was going through this 10 villages. What are the resources available in those 10 villages, and what are the possible development of those resources, how those resources can be developed, and whether we have the necessary skill, necessary resources, necessary manpower, and necessary willpower to develop those resources. Because what is happening, the people who are actually seeing in the macro level, they are not seeing the situation in micro level. For example, let us say, I will just show you my slide. If it is visible, please tell me. This is my slide. Is it visible?
Yeah, it is. Font size is very small, but carry on.
Okay. So this is my, so as you see, these are the 10 villages, and
No, that slide is not visible. 10 villages.
this is visible now.
No,
Oh,
it is only National Master Plan Odisha.
okay. So should I say? Okay.
Yeah, you can come out and then show.
Okay. Okay. Share screen.
Or you can speak if you have a problem because you have 10 minutes slot.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So I have already shown you this PM Gati Shakti. The objective actually is to tell how this PM Gati Shakti can be enhanced for total development of local area. For example, what we have seen by previous speaker and by other speakers is that we don't know what are the resources, what are the fruits, vegetables, agricultural products available in that area, in any local area, and how many of those local area products are being developed, being value added, and how many of those are wasted. Number one is, for example, let's say fruits. Fruits. There are a lot of food processing plants available in different parts of the country. But in Odisha, the till today there are very less number of these food processing plants, and this is one of the reason that the local area food products are being wasted. And to catch that, we need to have the resources mapping. Whatever resources that have been mapped in the PM Gati Shakti, that can be mapped in such a way that we exactly know what are the products, what are the products that is available now, that is, and how much that can be produced. So in a single sentence, we can say a comprehensive computerized interactive online dynamic database which will provide single point information for different sectors at different levels. And for this, actually, earlier there was problem because there was no connectivity. Now, 95% of Odisha villages are now having 4G coverage. So once 4G coverage is there, we have already developed one mobile application. This mobile application is to tell what are the resources that is coming out of individual at different places. So individual can log in and they can upload their resources they are creating from agriculture or from whatever point of view. And all these things can be mapped in PM Gati Shakti. PM Gati Shakti is no more a PM Gati Shakti. It can be considered more as a total development of local area website. Total development of local area needs also some changes in education. For example, the people are learning about Statue of Liberty. People are learning about the PISA, but they don't know what are the resources available nearer to their village. So, for example, let's say Mayurbhanj. Mayurbhanj has plenty of these mines. Mining areas are there, forests are there, waterfalls are there. Lot of tourist potential are there. So these tourist potential can also be enhanced. These mines can be processed. The food processing can be done, and all this knowledge are neither available with the school teacher nor available with anybody in that local area. Where it is available, either it is available in the Niti Aayog database or maybe a meeting in collector's office. So my point is that we should have a complete knowledge database, complete knowledge similar to PM Gati Shakti, whatever we have seen, and this knowledge should be available in the primary school teacher level, and the primary school teacher will say that within 50 kilometer my local area, these are the things that are present that are being done, and in the next 10 years or next 20 years we want these developments should be done in our local area. So that type of awareness should be created starting from the primary school level, so that that student, that person, that child, when he will grow up, he can develop the area. What is happening now? Many of the villages, people are migrating to cities, because city, everything is investment is done in cities. Nobody is doing investment in villages. So I have a concept that we should divide and rule. Policies should not work. We should not divide something as urban, something as rural, and there will be urban development officer in urban areas and the block development officer in rural areas. So that means he may block the development. No, there should be a uniform officer, total development of local area officer, Todola. He has to have the complete knowledge. Everybody should have the complete knowledge about the local area, and that local area development should start from the local area itself. We cannot develop that local area sitting in Bhubaneswar. Maybe we have to make all the arrangements there with the local people, local resources, local knowledge in local language. For local language, we are facing a lot of problem, because everything is now in English language. The programming is English language. Okay, that is good. So some people should be proficient in English language, but maybe 100% cannot have English language proficiency. So what we have to do, that English language has to be translated into local language, and that knowledge should be imparted in educational curriculum. We should not only say that, okay, we are developing for last 75 years. That is too much. Now, this PM Gati Shakti, total development of local area website. For example, what Prime Minister is concentrating, okay, in Odisha, whether the port is there or not, there are a lot of ports, whether the big things are there or not, but we have to now think about the small areas. In the small areas, that small farmers has to be connected with the big ecosystem, so that he will not feel helpless. What is happening? Each and every individual is feeling helpless. The family system is degrading because the earning member are migrating to cities. So the villages are deprived of the best talents, and for that we have to think how the best talents can be employed nearer to that village. So can we have an employment center? Can we have a tourist development center? Can we have a broadband square? Or can we have something nearer to that villages, so that if that investment will be done, the employment will be done. Employment will drive the education. Education will drive people for development. And these are now disoriented in villages till today, because what happening? All the rural people are migrating to urban areas. They are living in a small cabin like house, instead of living their big houses which were there in the villages. In villages, they have a 1 acre land of house. So what happened? This concept of urban rural should be done, and we should have total development local area, and the employment center should be nearer to the villages, with all local resources mapping, with all local knowledges available locally in local language, so that these things can be developed. And the basic objective is to say that in the local area there is no politics. Everybody wants development. Everybody, even a poor farmer wants development. So whatever happened in the Millennium Development Goal, what has happened in the Sustainable Development Goal by United Nations, these two goals has to be reframed to total development local area. I want the entire United Nations should now concentrate it not in a big scale, big word, jargons is of no use. They say we will end the extreme hunger in 2000 year 2000. Even 2023, one people out of 9 is sleeping hungry in the night. Why? Because we have made a policy so that the policy is called survival for the fittest. So the only fittest can survive. That means nobody will survive after 20 to 30 years because nobody is fittest. Everybody is simple individual, simple with simple ambition, simple goal, and that should be respected. So we have to have a survival and happiness for all. And this should be not done only in the state level or the national level. This should be in the United Nations level. We should now reframe the goals from Millennium Development Goal to Sustainable Development Goal. Now we should have the new goal, that is the total development local area. A local area can be a local area with 50-kilometer radius and the employment center, tourist development center, all type of transport, everything. Let us think everything. Don't exclude. We are not, everything is sustainable. Development is sustainable. You are saying no. If we are developing rural areas, it is unsustainable. How? Why that people cannot have a good meal in the night? If it is hungry, it is sustainable. If it is he will eat some night, whether it will be unsustainable? No. So this policy of capitalism, extreme capitalism, I say capitalism may be good, but this extreme capitalism, extreme greed, and extreme, for example, let's say in Bhubaneswar, 1 square feet land is 5,000 rupees. In 5,000 rupees, you can have 1 acre land in Mayurbhanj. What? Why? Why these people are so poor? Because their geography is poor, the land is poor. We have not invested money for the last 75 years in the villages. We have a block development officer with a blocking development, and we should now think total development officer. Though I am in a government, I am saying this. We should now have total development officer in each area, considering total development as our focus. And this can happen with a PM Gati Shakti. Narendra Modi has already started PM Gati Shakti. Now it has to be enhanced to Todola. And not only in the state level, national level, also in the United Nations level. So that the Millennium Development Goal, the Sustainable Development Goal should be replaced and should be replaced with total development local area. I want every person in the village should eat good food and should have a good lifestyle so that he does not have to migrate to different places. He can develop his ancestral house with high-speed broadband, with all the features directly from his residence, because we are covering every and each village with high-speed broadband with 4G mobile connectivity. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Engineer Subrata Kumar Prusto. And I was, after listening to your first talk, I was totally wedded to Todala model. That's why in the smart tribal farming, that we will achieve what is possible and feasible at the grassroots level in the pilot project, and we also included smart tribal farming in the G20 summit under the Change Maker 20 summit. And I'm very happy. Thank you very much for joining. But I will request you to bring a two-page note for the project proposal to be made under the smart tribal farming in Mayurbhanj district. Your consolid, your very developed concept. Let us see that how we can operationalize it. And being a senior technocrat in telecom services and also propagating Todala model, your views will be very nice. Operationalization will project to the whole world that such a model is now started from the district where from our honorable president comes. Thank you very much. Stay with us. And now, Madam Vijay Lakshmi ji, over to you. And Mr. Manish, you can put Mr. Prusti on the background so that. We are not able to hear your voice, madam. Voice is not coming. You can send us a PowerPoint to us, and then you can speak from your mobile if it is possible. Then. Meanwhile, you okay? Good. Are you, shall I request Mr. Mohanty to join? You please forward the PowerPoint to me, and then you connect through your mobile so that you can talk.
Yeah, am I audible, sir?
Audible. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mr. Let me introduce Mr. Satyabrata Mohanty. Is one of the very promising and strong technologist and founder of Saradian Technologies and Info, and he brings a lot of technology. And I have been interacting with him how he can bring in establish an agri-tech startup with his latest innovations in IoT and so on and so forth. And he's from Odisha. He's based at Chennai in University of Madras Incubator Center. And you listen to him how he's going to facilitate our smart tribal farming project in Mayurbhanj district. Over to Mr. Mohanty.
Thank you, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, thanks everybody. I'm Satyabrata Manti, founder of Steradian Technologies, and very recently I have started another startup called Innotrat Labs. That's out of Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Basically, I come from Odisha, so the district that this experiment Professor Moni is doing, he's of course doing it pan India and at scale, and that's not a pilot actually. This more kind of a demonstration that what is possible at a pan India scale. I have been interacting with Professor Moni for quite some time, and we have interacted on our weekly meetings as the Mayurbhanj as one of the case study to do, specifically the tribal area. I have few points to talk, all centered around technology, how the modern technology can really be of help. And as we listened, the director of technology, Mr. Prushti, spoke about the total development, and he spoke about how the network connectivity has already reached. Taking it further, I would like to discuss how this technology can really be deployed at the grassroots level, at the farmer's house or at the farmer's farmland. If you see, these are the things that is happening. What we call that is actually precision farming. I will use that word in next slides. Basically, it covers some of the technologies which is more relevant towards hardware or hardware based. Say, for example, earlier we were using bullock cart, and now we are using a tractor. That's actually a physical hardware which automates a few things, and that could be extended to robotic arms, that could be extended to things like sensing system. How do we sense? Because without sensing both at the soil health or at the climate, we cannot do anything. And to our best practice and best knowledge, these are the things are available today. Today the internet of things actually has proliferated, and it has been deployed at scale. Industry level it is deployed, even at the farmlands it is deployed. There are European countries who are leading on the front, but we can borrow those technologies or we can develop the technologies indigenously. That's exactly what I do in my regular startups and regular business. So we could do certain things, and I'll talk upon briefly in my time slot whatever has been allocated, how soil health is important, because without soil we can really do nothing. The importance of soil is very crucial, because that's exactly where the seed is planted, and the germination and the whole process happens, right? Till end of end of harvesting. So today's soil sensors are actually being used at the scale. We can take it, we could do at a multiple times, and then we can suggest for this soil, and combined with the climate, it's not only soil with climate and water quality. We should able to propose saying that okay, this particular crop is going to grow or not, or is there any what do you call contingencies, or I would say like risks. We need to mitigate some risk, then risk has to be evaluated first. And if somebody is farming this, we need to tell that whether in next 3 months you will able to get a return or not. That is what exactly the precision of farming is all about. And use of IoT is very much relevant. Use of location based data is very much important. We need to know which location is dry, which location is wetland, and things like that. And then the agroforestry, as we are discussing about Mayurbhanj as a tribal district, and discussing a place where the forestry is more, the forest land is more, and it could be utilized, in digital means. We could capture those details, those plots we can capture, and we can allocate those plots to the tribal people, saying that okay, you start farming there, because tribal people don't like us. They don't need a huge amount of time to relocate themselves in a 10 kilometer or 20 kilometer, 30 kilometer radius. It could be probably their daily travel. They can go and do a farming at a particular place and come back. They're not like us, who need a luggage and a baggage and a lot of things to relocate from one place to another. They just need a land, they just need a place to sleep probably, and eat and cook and eat. So that can be actually by digital means. We can tell that you come this place and you do farming, maybe 30 kilometer radius we can decide. And the another thing, we can bring them actually knowledge sharing, that how do we'll actually tell them this tree has to be planted, this crop has to be grown. These are the knowledge base we have. The say for example, university people will have, that can be passed to through digital means in a vernacular language, in either in Santali or in Odia or in the languages that they can themselves understand. That's more important to impart that knowledge. And weather forecasting, as I was talking about, soil is important, weather is equally important, and I have spoken already that getting this data, it is available today. Internet, it is available. Maybe you just need to translate that into a local language and present it to the farmers, and then they will able to do the knowledge sharing, the information sharing, and information gathered information, passing it to them is very important. And that is where the communication technology can help. What is what Mr. Prushti was talking about, 4G technology, or even today 5G is coming, and India is on the rise of telecom technologies. So I'll take another 2 minutes to wind up my session. That I would like to tell, if there is a possibility, we should use solar power, because most of the tribal lands, I'm pretty sure even today electricity might not have reached. I'm not talking about Mayurbhanj. Mayurbhanj is a district where it comes from. It is a district where it comes under the president's place. Maybe electricity would have been given to president's place, but I'm talking about other places where there might be electricity absence. That is where exactly we can bring the solar system. And agricultural things, maybe from city, everything can be connected. 30 or 50 kilometer radius, we could actually send a drone, and drone can help. But always drone is not the right solution. A drone manager, a drone driver, a drone pilot, what we say, also we need to put a person in the community who can speak to them in their local language, to convey whatever to be done, either to operate the drone or to manage the drone. So these are the things I wanted to discuss. And just one last slide from my side. If we can do a community radio system like FM radio, we listen in cities, songs and musics and whatnot. We could do a community radio system for agricultural people. It will be only spoken in the language they understand. As I told, Santal is one language that they can understand. And slowly that can be also propagating, because mobile phone is one thing, smartphone is another thing. But just a radio head which will keep on listening, because that's very primitive. Radio is very primitive, and that can be actually put into practice, where it can speak, okay, today this area, this crop can be grown, you should do something. And they should be able to ask a question either in their language, or in a language that, because English is not the right communication language, I believe, with the tribal people. So with these slides, I would like to stop here, and thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak. Anywhere IoT can come forward, anywhere hardware based agricultural technologies can be deployed, I would be loving to do that, and we should put it out into our project structure, so that it forms a strong background. How are we proposing and how are we implementing in coming days? Thank you, Professor Moni, for giving me an opportunity. Thanks to everybody for listening. Thank you.
Yeah, you can come out from your presentation mode, Mr.
Yes, sir.
Mohanty. It's
Yes,
very nice that you very crisply brought out your ideas. My
yes, sir.
request will be that you please prepare a sub project component based
Yes, sir.
on what you have discussed about it, because
Sure,
these
sir.
are all the sub components has to come under the agri-tech startup. It's very
Yes,
important.
yes,
You
sir.
talked about, especially agroforestry is a very important area which
Yes,
can bring in sustainable agriculture for the tribal area. And because Mayurbhanj is an agriculture agrarian economy based district, and lot of natural resources are available: forestry, agriculture, agroforestry. And you also talked about the digital means and also that knowledge sharing. Kindly, since you are also from Odisha, born and brought up, now he is a technologist, put your thought process, bring out a chapter on how to have a social impact of technology on tribal community in this area. These are all the technologies which is available. Please bring it out. Maybe in
sure, sir.
another 1 week time, kindly bring it out. Madam
Sure, sir.
Vijayalakshmi, are you ready now?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. You can be
Yes,
in the background. Yeah, Madam Vijayalakshmi ji. Yes. Mr. Manish will present your presentation. Yeah,
yes.
Mr. Manish, you can put your madam's presentation.
Am I
Mr. Manish,
audible now from the
you
mobile?
are audible now. Audible.
And what camera?
Camera is not there.
I am trying to on the camera.
Hmm. Okay, now you try that. We have time now.
Is
Let
it
me
okay
in.
without?
Yeah.
Is it okay without camera?
No, but it is a live telecast, madam. That
Yes, but the camera is
you
not.
can connect through mobile audio
I am
and then
in mobile
presentation.
only, sir.
Yeah, but
Is
why every time you are available? But why one important day the video is not working? Okay, you please, fine. Let us concentrate. Let Mr. Manish please speak. Mr. Manish, can you put the video PowerPoint
Yeah.
on? Yeah, please, madam.
Hello. Yes, namaste,
Yeah,
everybody.
namaste ji.
Myself, Vijay Lakshmi. I am a founder, Vishwapriya Urban Permaculture, and you must have heard many cultures, tissue culture, horticulture, and many more cultures. But the permaculture must be hearing very limited people speak about.
Okay, let's go. Let me. Okay, yeah, please.
Next. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, please. You
Yeah,
got a
permanent
disconnection now.
culture and permanent agriculture. And a simple definition of permaculture I would like to explain here. Permaculture is a sustainable and holistic approach to designing and managing systems like gardens and farms that mimic natural ecosystem. It focus on working with nature to create self-sustaining and regenerative environments. In simple terms, it is about using smart design principles to grow food, manage resources, and live in harmony with earth.
Next
Next,
slide, Mr. Manish.
next to next.
Okay.
Next. holistic permaculture design benefits. The sustainability nowadays everybody is talking about. The sustainability it promotes sustainable land use by mimicking natural ecosystem, reducing waste, and conserving resources for long-term resilience. Biodiversity. It enhances biodiversity by creating diverse and interconnected ecosystem, which in turn promotes natural pest control and healthy soil. The regenerative agriculture. Holistic permaculture practices improve soil fertility and promote regenerative agriculture, resulting in increased food production and reduced resilience on synthetic inputs. Resilience. The approach helps communities become more resilient to climate change and external shocks by fostering self sufficiency and adaptability. The local communities are one of the most beautiful system since our many ages. It strengthens local communities by encouraging cooperation, knowledge sharing, and a sense of interdependence among people, leading to more sustainable and self-resilient neighborhood. Implementation benefits I would like to explain now.
Yeah, next
In
slide, Mr. Mani.
any of the model farm, implementation is one of the major aspect of implementation. Improved quality of life. Permaculture enhances the quality of life by promoting self-sufficiency, healthy living, and reduced stress. Time and money saving. Permaculture promotes a cost-effective approach to farming by minimizing waste and maximizing productivity through the design of sustainable system. Natural resources preventions. Permaculture promotes responsible use of natural resources, preserving and reviving traditional knowledge and system of agriculture, reducing environmental impact and protecting biodiversity. Ecological benefits like improved soil fertility, reduced pollution, and reducing carbon emission. Community and social benefits. Permaculture fosters community resilience, cooperation, and local economics. Here we have to create a model farm in at least one district initially so that easily we can replicate the model to other easily replicatable. Action plan model farm. Next.
Yeah.
So in this model farm, we will be assessing the land by visiting and doing a complete
Mr. Manish, next slide. Mr. Manish.
Complete survey we will be doing, and according to the slope, according to the sunlight, winter sun, summer sun, wind direction, we will design a water harvesting system, which is a permanent structure. Water harvesting and improving soil life. Improving soil life, there will be a lot of possibility here because tons and tons of waste can be converted into tons and tons of compost. The next is
Madam, just Madam, 1 minute. In the next slide is not coming. Just 1 minute. Mr. Manish, can you put the next slide?
Yeah. Yeah, here as I told you, in one state, any one state, when we are taking Mayurbhanj here, one district will be creating a model farm where according to the winter sun, summer sun, wind direction and slope, assessing all the different measurement, we will be doing a water harvesting system, which is a permanent structure, slowing down of water. I'll show it in a few further clips and all. And the next is soil, improving soil life. Soil life is totally depleted now. We can improve very easily by converting tons and tons of waste into tons and tons of compost. Livestock is very important part of agriculture. We will be having everything indigenous, cows, goats, chickens, everything. So food forest is one one small model we can create, how we can create mandalas about fruit forest, food forest, and fodder forest. Mandala garden for herbs and medicinal garden. These mandalas will be built as a raised garden beds. So we don't till the soil again and again. These will be raised garden beds. Vegetable garden and perennials, alley crop and main crop. Indigenous seed bank. This is the most important part in agriculture, any agricultural system, that we should have our own seed, natural indigenous seeds. Training and educating, byproducts, value chain, nursery, and natural house. Next. Here we are showing the water catchment, water management system. The swales are built in between the land and according to the slope. The swale, the purpose of swale is to slow down the erosion, slow down the water, and also it percolates, groundwater will increase. And all the swales and bunds and channels are not directly connected to the pond, but it is seeping inside and slowly collect. It is a long-term catchment for water management. Next. We can do self-watering system also in this methodology. And natural house building. So any site, whenever we do a model farm for water, either we dig a big pond or a well, natural well. So when we get the soil or a stone or whatever comes, it's a blessing. And with that, we build a natural house. In this one is 10 years old, that mud house that was in the first project at the Art of Living. We have done it. And the second one is a huge mandala garden where tons and tons of banana waste, straw, bagasse, everything. With that, all that waste, we have done a mandala garden. And the last one is at the School of Ancient Wisdom. It's a basketball court, you can see, converted into a vegetable garden in 2017. Yes.
Yeah.
Next.
Slide now.
By adopting this systematic methodology, not only fulfills our needs, but also having good health, still having the earth much more richer than we found it. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Very nice. Thank you. It's very important message which you brought it out. Permaculture designing for, you can come out from the presentation mode, Mr. Manish.
Manish,
Yeah.
yes.
And you talked about,
we have a lot of exotic fruits nowadays coming from Thailand and other countries, but we forgot about our kendupaka, bear, jamun, and guava, which is kendupaka is the very good fruit, lychee and all from Odisha's forest. We can revive our indigenous desi forest fruits and all. Very few people know about kendupaka. Okay. So I want to here end with some quotes. My mentor and my guru, Sri Venkatesh Dharmaraj, he always says that we can only inspire people. In this beautiful world, if we are not inspired, then we are expired. And if we are inspired and not inspiring others, then we are expiring. So each moment, I want to inspire people to move on to this path of knowledge and wisdom about caring for Earth. Thank you, Moni sir.
Thank you, madam, very much. Thank you for your participation in every aspect of the smart tribal farming project throughout the country. And also today, you come out with a action plan for smart tribal farming project initiative, that designing for sustainable living. You also given an action plan model form. It's very important, and we'll be very happy that if you can give the project component to be included in one of the villages of the project initiative which we identified, that will go a long way. So this, and if you don't inspire us, the project will expire. So it is very important. So please include and
Will
let it not
definitely,
explode.
sir.
Okay.
See, at the
Thank
end,
you.
camera worked after the presentation.
Thank you very much. And
Thank you
please
so
stay
much.
with us. And
Yeah.
let me invite Dr. Sahu and his, Dr. Joker to, present their views. Dr. Biswanath Sahu is the principal scientist from Central Institute for Women in Agriculture, and Dr. Praveen is also from Indian Council of Agriculture Research, Central Institute for Women in Agriculture, Bhubaneswar. I will request Dr. Sahu. He has been getting associated with this project, for a long time, and the director of the institute, Madam Mridula Devi, also has taken interest in joining in this project. Over to Dr. Sahu. Dr. Sahu, yes. And Dr. Praveen, also you can put your video on. Your mic is, please unmute your mic, Dr. Sahu.
Another training is going on manage training, manage ICRC training. Just I will start.
Will it take time, Dr. Sahu?
So is there any more question from any participant?
Meanwhile, can I ask Mr. Joyce to talk on jackfruit value chain?
Okay, sir.
Mr.
Just after
Mr.
5
Manish,
minutes.
can you put Mr. Joyce to join?
Okay, sir. I will present my slide after 5 minutes, sir. Yes.
Okay, fine. Yeah,
Hi,
yeah.
good
Mr.
morning, sir.
Joyce, yeah, good morning. You have 10 minutes. You have been doing a lot of work on jackfruit informatics network value chain, a startup, an NRI. We come back from, from Middle East. Now is trying to work on jackfruit informatics network value chain, and how jackfruit informatics network value chain can be operationalized in the pilot project under smart tribal farming in Mayurbhanj district. Mayurbhanj also produces a lot of jackfruit, and then many other states, many other districts in Odisha also produces a lot of jackfruit. So this can be scaled up in the state of Odisha with through both Central Institute for Women and Agriculture and Indian Institute of Horticulture Research, Bhubaneswar. Over to you, Mr. Matthew. Mr. Manish, can you put this? You will be showing slide from your side, or shall we
Sir,
put it, Mr.
I
Yeah,
send
okay.
you
Mr.
a
Manish,
presentation because
can you
I'm
put the
actually
slide?
outside now.
Yeah, Mr. Manish, can you put the slide on? Mr. Matthews one, jackfruit.
So I will
Meanwhile,
just
Dr.
start.
Sahu, you can put your slide on. You can put Mr. Manish.
Sir,
Can you put
please
the?
forward the slide. I'll.
Yeah, I put it in the WhatsApp. Your WhatsApp number, Mr. Manish.
Okay, sir.
Manish, kindly.
So
Mr.
I will
Sahuji,
just
you can
start.
also upload your PowerPoint. Meanwhile, yeah, you
So shall I
speak
start?
by the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So thank you very much, Professor Monisar and Shobhit University and all the dignitaries who has been there in the panels. So thank you very much for giving opportunity. Of course, Jackfruit Informatic Value Chain is a collaborated project along with Shobhit University and RATA, Rural Agriculture Development Technology and Research. So basically, informatic value chain, as almost everybody knows, It's a technology platform connecting each and every stakeholders into the jackfruit value chain. Of course, Odisha is actually one of the major jackfruit producer in India. I mean, as per the statistics available. So there is a huge opportunity for jackfruit value chain in Odisha, across the Odisha state, and especially for this Mayurbhanj smart tribal project. Jackfruit is actually, I used to be saying this one is a hidden treasure, which is not actually identified properly, or we are not utilizing the full potential. Jackfruit can be a food for for so many people, and it can be a energy source, or it can be any other alternate we think actually today. It's like I used to be say it's like a crude oil which we can actually convert and refine to any other form. In Mayurbhanj area, what I have to actually, I'm not aware about that, physical.
Yeah, Mr. Manish, you can put the next slide. Meanwhile, so let him. Okay, I got disconnected. Let me, since I'm also associated with this one, and the jackfruit informatics network value chain. India produces jackfruit, the number one in the world, and states like Tripura, West Bengal, Assam, Odisha, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, they produce, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, they produce, Madhya Pradesh, they produce a lot of jackfruit. The global problems that, worries that, the rising population, that Food and Agriculture Organization expects requirement of 60% more food by 2050. And you can see that wasted jackfruit can be converted into world staple food and energy source. 75% of the jackfruit gets wasted, and there are global food waste. And yes, Mr. Jackfruit, Joyce, I was reading up to global food waste. Over to you.
Yeah. So sorry for that. It was got disconnected. And actually, in Kerala, there are these days are actually heavy raining and thunderstorms and all. These all days. That's almost 2 3 weeks.
Please carry on. Now you got the connectivity. Before connectivity goes away, please finish it.
Okay. So jackfruit is actually, we are wasting so much of jackfruit today. Almost 70 plus to 70 to 75% jackfruit is getting wasted today. So this whole jackfruit can be utilized. Either can be a food, or it can be an energy source for a different purpose. We can use this jackfruit. So Mayurbhanj also can develop a ecosystem where, like, it can be.
Mr. Sahu, you please join, and I'll invite you. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we can develop a system. So first of all, we need to do an awareness system. Basically, we need to educate the farmers who is having the jackfruit trees. So we need to identify, we need to identify which varieties of jackfruit available in different areas and different farming lands. So those things. So initially, we need to get a tagged systems for jackfruit availability and jackfruit, varieties in the specific areas. Based on those availability, or based on, we get a database, so we can create a minimal processing and primary processing, secondary processing levels. So this is something which we can educate using. There are a lot of training systems currently available from across.
Mr. Manish, next slide. No,
different
Mr. Jais, you can see when you have a next slide, you can see the word next. Then Mr. Manish will forward.
Yeah. So jackfruit actually has a this screen you are seeing, like all the part of jackfruit can be utilized for a different purpose. Okay, and so this can be utilized for each and every part of the jackfruit can be utilized. That's what it is showing in the screen. And what is specific? Yeah, you can go to the next slide, sir.
Yeah.
Manish, sir, you can just move to the next slide. Yeah, so this is what I mentioned. Jackfruit, not only food, it can be a different product. So there are a lot of innovation happening across the world with respect to jackfruit. So I just want to give you an idea that there are a lot of other opportunities other than the food. But food itself is actually a huge opportunity. because jackfruit is considered as a vegan, alternate vegan food market. So this is one of the huge market potential is there for those areas. Sir, can you go to the next slide? Since I am having a very limited time, I am just going fast. So it has a huge potential, as I mentioned. So the screen can be shared. This is vegan industry is there. Pectin is there is a component which is actually around 30 to 35% pectin availability is there in jackfruit. This also has a lot of potential is there, and food industry has a huge potential. Activated carbon has a huge potential. So different purpose of jackfruit can be having a huge industrial value. So that's what I want to try to share in this slide. So you can go to the next slide, sir. Yeah, this is something which I mentioned you, vegan industry. Vegan means it's like you know that in a North Indian people more likes vegetarian foods, and they can actually you know, the jackfruit is actually a pure vegetarian. It can be you know,
Your voice is not coming, Mr. Mani. Mr. Jai's voice is not
very
coming.
yeah. Hello.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, so vegan is one of the fast growing market across the world. Okay, that's what jackfruit can be utilized for vegan industry. So jackfruit having a huge waste, as I mentioned already. We are losing around 70% plus jackfruit is getting wasted in India. So you can go to the next slide, sir. So these are the problems. So why the jackfruit is actually getting wasted? There are so many problems in already there. So we identified these problems. We are working each and every problems, connecting dots into the, you know, ecosystems, and developing a digital platform that is called jackfruit informatic value chain. Okay, so we are developing this informatic value chain across this platform from farming till to the marketing and to the consumer. You can go to the next slide. So this is what jackfruit does basically. So we are developing different these things. So specifically coming to the Mayurbhanj, this one, each and every area, Mayurbhanj area where jackfruit has been growing, we can train them. We can train this, you know, the locals there to minimal processing areas. We can develop them for a primary processing. We can train them for a secondary processing. So we are very familiar with so many products in you know, jackfruit products. These all products can be prepared from there also, and especially in you know, North Indian market, there are a lot of jackfruit they use for as a vegetable, which is coming from Kerala and other places today. So those in Odisha, we can actually, if you are developing a proper minimal processing centers, you can use this opportunity. You can send it from there itself. So instead of sending from Kerala the distance, so you can send it from them, and there is a huge opportunity for Odisha for jackfruit, you know, in minimal processing area itself. Yeah, you can go to the next slide. So informatic value chain, jackfruit informatic value chain is this is actually a aggregator platform. We are collaborating existing services and technologies into the you know, into the farmer and into the market in right ways, which means, like, you know, existing startups or existing technology platforms can be collaborated with us to provide a value to farmers. Yeah, you can go to the next slide. So this is what I said. For the user's perspective, this is coming as a mobile application, so the user can easily access. So nowadays, most of the you know, people carry smartphones. For them, it is an easy access for them. Through the application, we will be providing completely end-to-end services to the farmer. Whether it can be farming, or whether it can be a production management, or you know, it can be predictive analysis for the farming, the trading and trade related, or all those kind of information will be passed to the each and every stakeholders in different requirements. Thank you. So you can go to the next slide, sir. So this is an advantages for each and every stakeholders. So we provide, as I mentioned initially, we connecting each and every stakeholders. So we provide the value also to them specifically. So this is all we provide the values. We will make sure that the farmer will get a maximum income Okay, so the farmer will get actually minimum like 2 or 3 or 4%, four times income what they are getting today. Or definitely it is a huge potential, can get up to 10 times income for jackfruit industry. And this will create lot of job opportunities for rural areas. Youths and so many farming communities can join together with handhold together with to create lot of job opportunities and business opportunities in those areas actually. So we provide all the technologies and services for them to develop the entrepreneurship in across the jackfruit growing areas. Yeah, please go to the next slide. So this is all including the farm management, meaning like we need to be develop lot of new variety farms, because like jackfruit required certain jackfruit products required a good quality jackfruit. If we don't have a properly identified jackfruit, then we need to be plant new things. So we need to have a properly a farm management system also. Like if you took local, if you look into the international market, Vietnam, Indonesia, and Malaysia and all, they are planting huge, very big farms. It's 100,000, 200,000 acres of jackfruit plantations where they're getting a continuous jackfruit availability, and they are actually making a world best products today, which is the products which coming to the market. So if you want to compete international market, we need to be having a very good production, very good jackfruit farms. This is something which we can actually develop in our along with our support of our farming community. Yes, sir. We can go to the next slide. Yeah. So our approach is to be see today. This is one.
I think we have lost to connect. Voice connection is not there. Now, the unique approach is understand market demand, plan production based on demand, standardization of operation, supply chain management, reduction of waste and production costs.
To develop the
Yeah,
demand-based production and all those things, to get a completely the utilization of jackfruit. That is called, we call our approach is from market from top to bottom approach, where the farmer will also get the better money, better income, and each stakeholders will make sure that they get they get a fair trade, in jackfruit informatic value chain. You can go to the next slide. So we are currently associated with Krishi Vijnana Kendras, Shobhit University, ICAR, and the plant industry, for plant-based food industry association is like they are the one who promoting vegan industry. So these are all actually we are collaboratively working. We have closely working with the promotions. We are running last 1 year webinar series every Thursday 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Around more than 100 people are joining together for this initiatives to discussing about the problems and challenges across these different states in India. So what we offer for Mayurbhanj into summary. So we can make a plan properly. We can actually get a good develop a good awareness session, and through this awareness session, we can train them for a minimal processing and primary processing and secondary processing. Through this, we can generate lot of job opportunities, and we can handhold this tribal community to make good decent income from their jackfruit production or their jackfruit farming, new farming, jackfruit farming areas. So this is what something which we can offer. This is all about jackfruit world. Thank you very much, and I think we can we are almost finished the screen. Yes, sir. Thank you very much for my time.
Thank you very much, Mr. Joyce Matthew. It is raining heavily outside. We are able to hear the sound, and yes, when you get into the technology-enabled exercise, we'll face such type of issues. Thank you very much for joining, and see that how this project can be operationalized in Mayurbhanj district as a model project, and we would like to get a project for a subcomponent from you. And when I had a discussion with Dr. Srinivas Pettikam, he has also been associated with this jackfruit informatics value chain, and his present head, Dr. Gobi Chandra Acharya, he is also very much interested. He said that 5 districts they are working for jackfruit, and we will also try to get associated on the jackfruit informatics network value chain. So thank you
Okay,
very
sir.
much, Mr. Joyce, and you
Thank you.
can, Mr. Manish, you can put him on the background. Now, let me request, yes, Dr. Sahu is on the screen. Dr. Sagu, Dr. Biswanath Sagu is a very, eminent principal scientist, animal nutrition from the Central Institute for Women in Agriculture. He has taken a lot of interest in this project, and his director, Madam Dr. Maruthala Devi, also has taken a lot of interest. I have been associated with this institute since 1995, and when I was in service, and also last I attended an international conference on agriculture extension. They invited me to deliver a talk, and now they are with us in this project, and I would like to take their efforts, because this is the only central institute in the country on women in agriculture, is from a premier research institution, Indian Council of Agricultural Research. So their component is very much essential for all the smarter tribal farming project component which we have initiated throughout the country. Over to Dr. Bishwanath Sagu. After his presentation, Dr. Praveen, will from the Central Institute for Women in Agriculture, will present briefly on what he is doing in Kyonjar district on climate smart agriculture. Over to Dr. Sahuji.
Thank you, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Good afternoon, everybody. Myself, Dr. Vishwanath Sahu, and sir has detail about me. I am from Central Institute for Women in Agriculture, and thanks, Dr. Moni, for giving me this opportunity to represent our institute on behalf of director. Our institute, you might be knowing, is a unique institute. Achha. Unique institute, not only in India, in Asia also. And I will brief about since it is a unique institute, I will brief, I will take 5 to 7 minutes of our institutional activities. Our role is role and research and capacity building advocacy. I'm going in detail. Our mission is to generate and disseminate knowledge to promote gender sensitive action, gender sensitive decision making, for enhancing efficiency and effectiveness of women in agriculture. Our vision is something unique, and we have to emerge as a leading center for gender research and serve as a catalyst for gender mainstreaming and women empowerment in agriculture to realize enhanced productivity and sustainability of agriculture. Of course, we are working with some mandate. First mandate is research on gender issues in agriculture and allied sectors. Then gender equitable agricultural policies program and gender sensitive agricultural sector responses. Then we have another collaboration institute we have to coordinate. Earlier it was home science, and now it was transformed into women in agriculture. And we are working in 13 states in India. Then we have some unique features like this is our only institute devoted exclusively on gender research in the country, and we have all India coordinated research project on women in agriculture, and we are working. Our center is the lead center. We are working in 30 states, and we have multidisciplinary team also, and team approach, team spirit we are working. Then we have research in partnership. We are evaluating and refining the technology, and particularly we are focusing on the refinement of various technology and to make it woman friendly. And we have so many training centers also, and we are training to master trainers and farm women. And of course, we have much more MOU with so many institutes in state agriculture university and other agency also. We are imparting training to them. Then our objective is to undertake studies to assess agricultural technology, programs, institution, and policy to refine these with a gender perspective, and to create, maintain gender disaggregated database to understand the dynamics of the effect of gender roles in different agroecological regions in production system of through strategic planning. Then our third objective is to characterize and understand the drudgery and safety related issues of farm women to improve their work efficiency. And the fourth is develop gender sensitive, resilient, and sustainable agriculture models and institutional innovation for nutrition and livelihood security. and we are documenting on the knowledge management system for gender studies in agriculture, and we are working on capacity building of various stakeholders, not only the farmers, in other state government functionaries also, to address gender issues in agriculture. We have 6 thrust areas. First is technology assessment and refinement, livelihood and socio-economic policy, drudgery and vulnerability, natural resource management, food and nutritional security, then extension system at grassroots level institution and their capacity building. And we have developed a very good sustainable agriculture system model. We have fodder cultivation, then goat farming, particularly black Bengal goat. We have brought these black Bengal goats from Mayurbhanj only. Then we have well developed poultry farm. Then this is IFS system, integrated farming system. This is our goat farm, and it's a SaaS model, goat farm, poultry farm, everything is there. And this is the we have also fishery scientists. We are working in integrated farming system mode. Then we have developed since our 20 years of experience, because our institute was established in 1996. In around 25 years, we have established so many models. I am just citing some of the examples. We have developed some models in horticulture, that is coconut ginger multi-story model, coconut banana cowpea multi-story model, coconut guava pineapple colocasia multi-story model, then banana amaranthus model, mango and pineapple. This is very well popularized. Then cashew nut and elephant foot intercropping model also. These are highly popularized in the in not only in Odisha, in other state also. Recently, 2 years back, we have launched a nutrition smart village to strengthen the Poshan Abhijan. We have adopted 75 villages in Odisha. We have adopted 10 villages, and in other our 13 centers of All India Coordinated Research Project in the Pan India mode, we have adopted 65 villages. So total 75 villages we are working on Poshan Abhijan. And this was inaugurated by our agriculture minister 2 years back. Then this is our NutriSmart village activities. Everything is detailed here. Then recently, Sri Anna Gram program, the millet mission was started this year, and this is meant for nutrition security and women empowerment. During the International Year of Millet 2023, it started, and we are also developing partnership with other institute in millet mission mode. Then I would like to highlight here, we are collating and just compiling all the gender disaggregated data throughout the country, and we have developed a gender knowledge portal system in agriculture. Everything database is prepared, and that is uploaded, and it is released to the website for the public domain. Then we have developed some successful gender-based model for effective capacity building, that is for doubling farmers' income, and this was implemented in Mayurbhanj district 3 years back. Then we have established a multi-institutional integrated pest management model for women empowerment. Another model is institute industry stakeholder linkage. We have developed GSAN, that is gender-sensitive agri-nutrient system model. Then we have developed the family poultry production model, then goat farming and dairy farming model. And these are the major models we have developed. Then we have established a linkage and networking and collaboration with so many institutes. We have established memorandum of understanding with various agencies, government and as well as private agencies. You can see International Life Research Institute, ILRI and IFRI, and so many agencies, national and international level. Then actually coming to the topic of discussion, how we can work in the vicinity of the Mayurbhanj district, and coming to this topic is empowering tribal communities through agricultural economic productivity. So you might be knowing that there are so many key challenges. There are constants are there, challenges are there for women in agriculture. One is multiple responsibilities. Then they have limited education, skills, and experience. They have limited access to various input resource and ownership also. You can say land rights is the best example. The limited time-bound mobility, social, cultural context, then limited presence of women organization at macro and micro level. So we are working in this aspect that despite women's significant contribution in agriculture, they are less or restricted involvement in agriculture decision making. So if you work for women empowerment, first of all, their decision making power should be increased through various means. You might know. Then, of course, everybody might be agreed with this concept that this gender equality, gender equity is a hot discussion now. Gender gap is there. Not only land and water, the livestock and extension service and credit facilities, then critical inputs also, then technology dissemination and in passing on the information, then in marketing also, everything there is gender gap. So we have to bridge that gender gap. And if you just, I would like to invite my colleague, Dr. Jakar. He's working in this Kendhar district about climate smart agriculture. He will detail.
Thank you, sir. And in continuation with the Dr. Sahu presentation, because we made a combined presentation. So these are the studies by CGR institutes that if women they have more accessibility to the resources that we can increase the yield by 20-30%. So I will come to the more practical aspect that in Mayurbhanj district, how we can give some technology interventions to tribal farm women. So I'm skipping these slides, 1-2 theoretical slides. So focusing on this is the mandate I was reading from the material supplied by sir. So digitization, value chain creation, skill development, validation of ethanol practices. So some of in all these components at some point we can interject in this mega project, and in these larger themes we can give our input and the technological interventions. Mayurbhanj district is in the is next to Keonjhar district where I am working. So some of the climate smart agriculture practices which we can introduce there, that if with respect to paddy farming, the stress tolerant varieties we can introduce, and which should be resistant to submergence like Swarna Sub 1, then Sehwagi Dhan and C312, then high proteinaceous varieties which are enriched with micronutrient like zinc, so which are very good for farm women and family and children. So these kind of paddy varieties, which uh, it can we can go for replacement of some varieties which are old, redundant, with the climate resistant varieties. Then there is a lot of scope of diversification with the pulses, and in rice fallow particularly, after rice they are leaving the land, uplands fallow, so we can go for pulses there. Then drought tolerant oil seed varieties of groundnut, sunflower and mustard. So this under oilseed cultivation we can go. Then nutri-rich core cereals and millets, as a lot of emphasis is given on the millets, and it is a tribal food for Santal and other tribes. So we can go for the millet processing and production. Then cropping system, a continuation where is the assurance of irrigation. We can proceed with the climate resilient cropping system. Then other practices like drum seeding for women friendly, a lightweight drum seeder we are provided in Keonjhar, so we can give this to farm women for as a practice of water saving and less drudgery. Then some enterprises based women self-help group, we can go with the processing of primary processing with formation of self-help groups like maize seller. So with these practices, we can go with the tribal women for production aspect as well as processing aspect. So with this two slides, next I will hand over to Dr. Sahu.
Thank you, Dr. Jakar. Actually, he's working in Kendhar district nearby Mayurbhanj. So, and he's taking care in all the agriculture activities. So here you might be seeing this gender-sensitive model we have established 2 to 3 years back, and this was implemented in Mayurbhanj and nearby districts. We have for the doubling farmers' income, and most of the commodities are included in this project. In animal science and poultry, livestock, everything in agriculture, all most of the commodities are involved in this project, and we have generated the income more than twofold also. So I would like to show here that we have established a goat farming system model, and we are working in this. If this will be better, then it will be implemented in Mayurbhanj district. We are working with veterinary department and KVK and NGO also, and there is a strong institutional convergence there. And small scale goat producer, particularly farm women, they should be encouraged, and they have to be imparted skill based capacity building program, training program through demonstration. And most of the this intervention like feeding a balanced ration, then care and caring of kid, and critical nutrient supply, particularly growth, the peak phase of growth and pregnancy, the last 2 months of pregnancy, that needs to be incorporated, because if you might be recalling that Mayurbhanj district is playing a dominant role, is number one in Odisha, particularly in goat and poultry populations. So you can provide them the small interventions like better housing, timely vaccination. Then that will be the farm women will be highly benefited through this technological intervention. And ultimately there will be enhanced goat productions, particularly on higher growth rate, reduced marketable waste, enhanced reproductive efficiency, and reduced mortality. And ultimately we can achieve the enhanced income and socio-economic growth. Then I would like to just highlight here Atmanirbhar Goat Resource Village, the 5 to 10 village that is being undertaken in Mayurbhanj district, that they can be focused on Atmanirbhar Goat Resource Village, and so many parameters should be involved, like supply of quality germplasm, then goat health facility, vaccination, deworming, diagnostic kits, then skill development, capacity building should be there. Then artificial insemination, now it is being practiced. It is this popularized by West Bengal people, particularly in Black Bengal goats, and then only we can achieve the self-reliant under Atmanirbhar Goat Village Complex. Then, of course, poultry in poultry production, Mayurbhanj is also predominant, and so many constants are there. It's not showing, and I have already discussed training. So many things are there: capacity building, access to resource, technological intervention.
You can reface once again. You can go back and come. Okay.
Okay. It's
Okay, it's
not
not
showing, I
correct.
think.
Okay,
I
you
think
can
some
read it. Yeah, you
some
can
yeah. Anyway,
tell the
I have
component.
detailed. There is need of this is the need of the our so many train, not only in capacity building, training, and the access to resource, technology, then decision making power. So many problems are there, constants are there in poultry farming. So that needs to be emphasized for the upliftment of the farm movement. Then few promising chicken varieties are there like Banraja, Srinidhi, then Gram Priya, Krisi Boy. This is most suitable for upliftment of the farm movement. We can focus in that village. Then this is the model we have established, like family poultry production model. Now sir was telling the backyard poultry production is the same thing. Uh, Training, exposure, visit, demonstration, leaflet we have to, for capacity building these are required. And the intervention, small intervention like feed and water, electricity, then vaccination, then properly medicine, micronutrient supplements, that will definitely that will be helpful for growth and upliftment of the farm movement, the poultry producing farm movement. Then outcome will be better marketing, the better vendors and better income. They can build the cooperatives also. Ultimately, it depends upon for their upliftment or the development, knowledge, skill enhancement is required, and enhanced skill and in nutrition definitely to empower the farm movement. Then we are also planning that since it's a mango belt, mango value chain can be developed. So many steps are there for value chain. In each step, we have to add the value for better development of the value chain in mango. Then we have also one variety that is pineapple queen variety we are having, where popularizing this variety. This is highly sweet and delicious, and we have established this best model, that is mango and pineapple. And in between these trees, mango trees, this pineapple can be grown in the shade-loving areas. So this mango and pineapple can be well established in the Mayurbhanj district. Then thank you. Any discussion? This is our views in of our institute. Then
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Srinivas and Dr. Jakar, Praveen Jakar. You have brought out a lot of project initiatives, and my request will be that, with respect to Mayurbhanj, I need about something like a project chapter that
Sir.
how this can be operationalized, because many
Okay.
of the things which have come out, this has to be operationalized under smart tribal farming. Many, it's like a poultry model, goat farming model, and the and climate smart agriculture, what you are doing in Kyonjar district, and many villages which you adopted, what are the best practices which you are doing there, and gender sensitive model for doubling farmers income, it's very important. And so kindly prepare a project proposal so that this can be strengthened under this one. Thank you very much. Convey my regards to the Madam Director of the Institute, Dr. Mritula Devi, and Dr. Praveen, and you. Thank you very much. Stay with us. And Dr. Petikam Srinivas has joined. Are you ready? Ready
Thank you, sir.
to address the webinar, Dr. Pratika Srinivas?
Namaskar, sir.
Namaste. Will you use PowerPoint, or you like to talk in extrovert manner?
I can do both. I have PowerPoint to show.
Okay, fine. You can use that present button, and you can upload from your system to StreamYard 1, and then you can make a presentation. So I will. Meanwhile, I will request Mr. Sahu, Mr. Dr. Suresh, if you join. Mr. Manish, can you put Mr. Dr. Suresh online? Mr. Manish?
So Suresh sir not joined, sir.
He is already, he says that he is joined.
No,
He
sir.
sent a PowerPoint to you. Okay.
So PowerPoint I received, sir.
Just I will ask him. Just 1 minute. Dr. Suresh, you are not joined. You are not joined to the studio.
I joined already. I changed the screen.
Yeah, you talk to Mr. Manish. He says that you have not joined.
I'll talk to him.
Yeah. I welcome Dr. Petikam Srinivas. Is a principal scientist from Indian Institute of Horticultural Research, Central Horticulture Experimentation Station. He was so kind enough. He has been, participating in the Jackfruit Informatics Network value chain discussions throughout the country. It has taken a shape of a project document, which we are going to make a presentation to APIDA to adopt, maybe during this week or next week. And their institute is taking a lot of interest to propagate smart tribal farming projects. And Dr. Srinivas, you can go to the slideshow mode so that it can get enlarged.
Okay. Actually, I am already in slideshow mode in my computer.
Okay. Carry on. No issue.
I just want to know whether the slide has moved to the second slide.
Yes, it is not moved to the second one. No, you don't show from the screen. You upload to the it has moved. Okay, thank you.
So what I will do is that instead of going to the slideshow, I will show like this, so that
okay, good.
The bandwidth, it happens like that.
Okay.
So shall I start, sir?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So very good afternoon to all the participants of this webinar.
Your voice is not coming.
Agriculture to how we are going to um, introduce horticulture interventions for the development of tribal people. So there are several sectors in horticulture wherein we can say that is either in cultivation. In the cultivation, we have several type of fruits, vegetable, flowers, protected cultivation, outsourcing services, commercial quality planting material industry. You can create a nursery. You can go for urban horticulture, whichever is the nearest town. We can serve them. They need lot of inputs from the farming community. We can provide that, and we can also go for the post harvest value addition. Apart from that, there are several other industries which can we can support the tribal communities or self help groups which are there. They can support all these industries. So these are the opportunities. As you all know, we have been discussing for so many days that Odisha has huge opportunities for horticulture sector, especially like jackfruit, as we have already discussed, and a lot of scope for the vegetables, flowers, and like this. So these are the sunrise sectors of Odisha, and we have a lot of opportunities for inland export and also international export, because Odisha is having a seaport and also international airport. So these are some of the technologies from our institute that I wanted to share. This is the Arkan Ilanchal Kesari. It's an extra early color mango which ripes very early, and because of that feature, it gets more revenue for the farmer. Mango is such a crop. It's a very resilient crop. It is a native to Odisha in the sense that the climate suits to the production of mango. We already have a success story from Rayagada district, wherein the cultivation of mango has actually changed the lives of the tribal people of Rayagada, a particular block called Kashipur. So we are already having experience of that, and we can always go for some new mango varieties in the tribal area. And these are the local underutilized, very famous and very costly vegetables, like it is called as kankad in Hindi and Odia. In English, it is called as pine gourd or teasel gourd. So we have few varieties of these which fetch very high rates in the market, can be easily cultivated by the tribal people, and they can earn a lot of money from this. So these are some varieties we have done recently. We have been successful in doing this such all these combinations of vegetables and fruits in Navaranpur districts of Odisha, wherein we are supporting high-tech nursery in a place called Kushidham, where the farmers are able to cultivate all these new varieties of vegetables, whatever they used to cultivate earlier. We have introduced some new varieties, and they are very successful there. So we have, this is what I was talking about, the high-tech nursery. One high-tech nursery can serve to the complete district altogether if you are making the seedlings of vegetables and also fruits. This is another technology which is called as vegetable grafting. Normal vegetable seedlings that farmers sell in the local hearts and all sell for at least 50 paisa to 1 rupee per seedling. But if we do vegetable grafting, then the cost of the seedling goes anywhere from 8 rupees to 15 rupees. So there is a huge jump on the revenue of the farmer if they are doing this, following a simple grafting technology which can be learned by a farmer within a day, and we can do that trainings and all. Whatever I'm telling, we are capable of taking up the trainings. Arka mango wash technology, wherein during the rainy season, when the mango skins are blemished, we have a technology to make them clean and increase the market rate by anything around the 50%. So again, this is the economics of the Arka mango wash. This is the fruit fly trap. Not only the application of the fruit fly trap, but also the manufacturing of this trap can be a livelihood venture for the tribal people. It's very easy to make this. We can have it for both mango and also for the cucurbit crops. The fruit flies is actually huge economic burden on the farmers. Then this is now after Corona, urban people have become highly conscious about the fresh fruits and vegetables, especially free from the pesticides. So we can harness that new interest in this sector, because the people are now living non-vegetarian and they are trying to move towards the vegetarian system. So it is what we see the opportunity here to go for the post-harvest processing. Simple processing techniques. We have lot of technologies, post-harvest technologies in IHR, which can be taken by the tribal people and spending very less time. Simple technology like brining or wrapping in the polythene and grading. We can increase the value of the produce. We can have a small stalls like this where the fresh fruits and the juices smoothies can be served. So this is a ready to eat and ready to consume processed fruit and vegetable stalls like this one. We can always have like leather. Normally in Odisha and the Andhra coastal areas they make fruit leathers. So both in mango and jackfruit they can prepare leather during the season, and in the off season they can sell it in the open market. So dehydration and drying technologies we have, wherein all the fruits and vegetables, most of the fruits and vegetables can be osmotically dehydrated or dehydrated under the sonal tunnels. And we conduct regular programs. We have the hands-on training for rather now also. Yesterday there was a advertisement for this hands-on training on production of fruit and vegetable powders. So this is regarding fruit and vegetable powders. When we have a lot of in bulk, we have a small dehydrator, a small mixer grinder, and we have the ready to have these powders, which can be done FSI certification, and that anybody can take it as a small venture. It doesn't require much investment in this, and but it is having a huge market value. Accordingly, osmotically dehydrated fruits, and these are the small trays which keeps the vegetable more fresh. Again, similar thing is under the flower processing. Not only the fruits and vegetables are processed. If you see, these are the orchids. The Mayurbhanj area is actually world famous for wild orchids. If these orchids can, and they are very hardy actually. So we are able to have those orchids and then process it like this. You see, the IHR has a technology wherein we go for the drying for the flowers and value add. This is a small, similar, the same orchids that we saw here. It is converted into a trophy. This is a very old trophy wherein the flowers still look bright and beautiful. The mementos we give in the programs and all can be replaced by such natural mementos. Then coming to Arkanachal jackfruit peelers, Dr. Mansar already knows about our invention, wherein we have developed a machine for easily peeling off the peel of raw jackfruit, which actually is very troublesome. We get a lot of gum secretion in that, but using this machine, we will be able to peel off the raw jackfruit of around 3 to 4 kgs within 2 minutes. And there is not much latex oozing is also not there. Easy to handle also. See, there are a lot of opportunities here wherein we have already tested it in the tribal areas of Odisha, in Gajpati district, in Mohana block. You can see these tribal ladies are able to make this ready to cook packages of raw jackfruit, and also they know the technology how to preserve it, like in the sense to preserve the color. This is the non-treated, is treated using simple lemon juice or citric acid. We can preserve the color of the cut jackfruits, and the women there actually are able to make such packets and sell in the local markets. Not only that, not only making the pieces of fresh jackfruit, but we have already taught them how to make various products out of jackfruits and make small stalls. Some of the farmers have already done that, and this is again, if you can keep preserve it for longer time, the fresh cut pieces can be vacuum packed, made into dehydrated jackfruit, or these are called buddies. The people from Odisha are very much familiar with this buddy. These buddies are used in cooking vegetables, and these are brined freshly cut jackfruit pieces, which will fetch very high prices in off seasons. So this jackfruit being a very prevailing fruit crops in Mayurbhanj district, can be very well, they can very well adopt all these technologies and get benefited from that. And these are the when we're talking about jackfruit, not only tender and raw jackfruit, but mature and ripe jackfruits also been converted into many recipes. Tender one can go for the fresh cut. These are the jackfruit leather, ice creams, modak. This is the jackfruit fruit shake. Pulp from the ripe one, we can make pulp. jackfruit bars. So many products can be made. These are all small scale industries which are able to process this raw and ripe jackfruit. Like for that matter, the tomato, we all know recently the tomato went touched sky high prices of around 200 to 250 rupees per kg, and there was no hue and cry why tomatoes are so costly. But sometimes you see the other side of them, when the tomato is 3 rupees, sometimes the people will not be even selling it. They will simply throw it on the road, saying that if you even 2 rupees, 3 rupees will not even fetch them the cost of the person who will be selling it for the whole day. So they just dump it and they go. So under such situations, we should have the opportunity taken from the crisis, and we have a technology called tomato crush technologies. The farmers, either they can grow tomatoes or collect tomatoes and go for this crush technology and prepare such beautiful products. And a similar thing is from the urban horticulture areas, wherein the flowers from the temples have been made into compost and made into small flowering pots. And this is the coconut. Coconut is another very famous and popular crop in Odisha coastal regions. And the outer shell of this coconuts is actually going waste. So if you see, these are the part of coconut. You use this coconut and you use this fiber also, but this cocoa peat is wasted normally. But nowadays people are getting aware, and this can be complete. Huge tons of cocoa peat is produced from the factories who are making the processing the coconut shells, and they are making ropes out of that. They are extracting fibers out of it. But the peat portion, the soil portion or the powdered portion of the coconut goes wasted, or is a huge problem. So we can have an opportunity out of this crisis and making them into blocks. We have a technology which is called, we call it as a Arca cocoa fermenter. Normally, to remove the toxins and tannins from the cocoa peat, lot of water is used every day. The coconut peat has to be drenched in water, and ultimately they will be made into block and sold 3 to 4 months after it is taken from the factory. However, if we use this Arca microbial decomposer and Arca decomposed cocoa peat, within a month's time we can decompose the cocoa peat without having any toxins. And then if you are able to value it, add it with Arca microbial consortium, a microbial consortium, we can make a very beautiful and nutritious soil media from this. So these microbial consortia not only fight with the pathogens in the rooting zones, but also they are able to give a support to the plants from the abiotic stress. This is vertical garden for the urban areas. Not only the gardening, this can be used in the backyard kitchens, wherein the space available is very less. Recently, the secretary from the Women and Child Development Department, Government of Odisha, had invited me for explaining her about this particular garden, because in tribal areas and rural areas the uh, houses are very small. They don't have much spaces. Even Angadiwadis don't have much space. They wanted to use the vertical space, and we have suggested these models for growing vegetables for the school children and also for the home consumption. We have another venture which is commercial seed farming under MIDS project from Government of Odisha. We have encouraged the farmers to grow, produce vegetable seeds, especially the open pollinated seeds. We are already successful in this particular chain. We are yet to venture into hybrid, because involves a lot of investment. So we are taking these OP varieties to farmers and NGOs and producing the seeds. We have produced around 5 tons of French bean seeds the last season, and they are still available with us for sale to the farmers or anybody who wants to purchase French bean seeds from me. They can simply place orders, and they can take seeds from me. The cost of the seed is only 300 rupees per kg. Very good seeds actually, Akka Arjun. And these are some of the varieties which are being we are proposing to multiply in coming year and under the seed production venture. Similar seed production ventures we can easily take up in Mayurbhanj and any other place in Odisha, because we require a lot of vegetably propagated crops like this diesel gourd and ivy gourd. Not many farmers are doing that, so we are looking forward to that. So these are processing the system, and the whatever the money we get from selling the seeds, the farmers get a pre-defined price from us. We get into their accounts. Whatever we do MOU with the farmer, prepare take the seeds from the farmers and pay them in their accounts. And these particular things can go to any of the agencies like that. So anybody want to do that can do that. So this is the regarding the seed village concept. Then we have taken those farmers to Bangalore, and there is a place called the place Rani Bennur, where the all the international agencies make their seeds. We have taken our farmers of Odisha twice to those places to give them first-hand experience. So these are the hybrid varieties of IHR, which are triple disease resistance. We can produce all these hybrid tomatoes. You see, each plant can produce up to 20 to 25 kgs per plant. But in average cases, also they will produce at least 15 to 20 kgs per plant. Even if a farmer is having very less area, they can have this huge production from such varieties. So these are all disease-resistant varieties. We have some chili varieties also, very nice varieties, and all these varieties. These varieties can be used for production of seeds also, and also for commercial cultivation. You can see this. This is Arca Vistar. You see how is the production of this particular Dolichos bean variety from the bottom to the top. It will be full of the same. This is again that Krishidham High Tech Nursery in Navarampur. These are all technologies. I was telling that IHR is having around more than 150 technologies. Most of the technologies are very user friendly and amenable for the tribal farmers. We have a system where we can also give licensing to small entrepreneurs or big enterprises, wherein they can take the license and also support the people under this. So many companies have taken the license from our institute. We do these MOUs, like this gentleman from Odisha has purchased the Arka Kiran guava variety from us, worth around 1 lakh rupees. The license fees of 1 lakh rupees. This gentleman is having a farm in near Puri. The name of the farm is Bhim Bhumi. So we have exchanged this MOU with him. He is producing planting material of Arka Kiran now. So many trainings we can do, like as I told that we from starting from jackfruit utilization, post harvest utilization, cultivation of commercial vegetable and fruit varieties, or doing the nursery activities as I told about the grafting of fruit crops or grafting of vegetable crops. All these trainings can very easily be given by Central Horticulture Extension Station and their scientists, not only in our station but also if a proper arrangement is made, our scientists can go to the particular target area and they can give the training programs. Recently, we have incubated one gentleman who got the technology commercialization for Arca Microbial Consortium, Arca Nutrient Special, and Arca Sashi Poshakras, worth of around 12 lakh rupees. So this particular gentleman is going to produce all these products produced from in Odisha itself, Barampur, and which can be sold on online and all these all commercial products on. So in last, while concluding, this is I want to introduce our institution, the Central Horticulture Extension Station, now in the heart of Bhubaneswar, and is having 100 acres of land and having all facilities for training, demonstration, and whatever is required for a horticultural farmer, all the demonstrations we have. Thank you very much, and I hope that together we can promote this tribal community for going for entrepreneurship and increase their regular income. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Srinivas. You can come out from the presentation mode in a short span of 10 to 15 minutes. You are given the whole world of horticulture for the benefit of us, tribal community. I think, as you rightly said it, smart tribal farming has to get all the technology available from Indian Council of Agricultural Research and State Agriculture University through their National Agriculture Research System is a must. And I'm very happy that to invite every one of you, because I have been working with the ICR system since 1995, and the country can get a lot of benefit, and it is our effort, technocrats effort, to work from the bottom process to network with the ICR network very effectively through NGOs. Thank you very much. And I would like to have a smart project proposal from your side, and to get incorporated in our project proposal. It's very important, and we'll discuss. Thank you very much. And Dr. Suresh Savdekar, and he has developed a very good systems on digital health locket for the tribal people. And next 10 minutes he will present it. Over to Dr. and how this can be operationalized in the tribal project under smart tribal farming. Over to you, Dr. Suresh. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Moni, for giving this opportunity. So this is a case study from Palghar district where we have applied this digital health informatics and for the value chain management. Next slide, please.
Now, just 1 minute. Just 1 minute.
Yes. Yeah.
Let me click it. Okay. Next slide.
Can I operate from my side?
Yeah. No, you may not be.
Okay.
Are you able to see that?
Yeah, I can able to
see.
Yeah.
Okay, it's coming. Okay.
Yeah. So integrated farm health management system under the smart tribal farming as advocated by Shobit University under the leadership of Professor Mani has 7 components: human health, plant health, animal health, soil health, water health, fish health, and environmental health. And use of digitalization, AI data analytics, blockchain technology is very important and essential to ensure optimum nutrient in soil and harvested foods and to minimize human diseases also. Next slide, please. So the current situation in tribal India, as we can say, it is poverty at all levels, poverty at economy, power, health, literacy, health parameters are poor healthcare services because doctors are not available, poor or non-existent health records, health records are not available. Consequently, there is no treatment. Then there is a poor health outcome also because of all these things. Next. So 3 broad problems have been identified by the Government of India Tribal Health Report, which was published last year, that significant lack of healthcare human resources because healthcare services are not available, near absence of health records where we are working now today, and total absence of community participation. So the 2 important is a community participation and the health record availability. That is what we are working on. Next, please. So our broad objective is that creating community health custodians, that is we achieved through what we call it as a Swasthya Rakshak Dampatya or healthcare couples that we select from each village and train them on these couples on prevention of communicable and early detection of non-communicable diseases through digital diagnostic. Different diagnostic instruments are provided with them, so they go door to door and collect the data. Then creating that we have created into wearable digital health devices like locket to address the loss of painstakingly collected data. So whatever collected data has to be restored and stored properly. Then provided teleconsultation. Then through this digital health lockets, prevention of waterborne communicable diseases through detection of total dissolved solids by digital machine, followed by filtering and boiling of drinking water. Next. So these are the areas we are targeting objectives. This is our, you can say, Swasthya Rakshak Dampatya couples. We give them this uniform also, aprons, ID, and all those things. So this is a gathering of some 50%. These are 15 couples. And you will find that there are some couples with kids also. So they are so enthusiastic that they come with the kids, but they don't want to lose the training. So this was one of my training program. Next. So community participation is very good. So rapid risk assessment is done through digital health diagnostic. Here what we'll do is that 2 types of markers are there, physical markers and biomarkers. We measure through this whatever instrument shown in the table. That physical biomarkers are body mass index, height, weight, that is measured. And biomarkers are like rapid digital anemia through hemoglobin measure, blood hemoglobin, blood glucose, and measuring of blood pressure. And also we take the vaccination data. And also there is a digital measurement of purity of drinking water that I all showed you. So that will be through that machine. Next. So this is the actual, what we do is that our healthcare workers are working on. Next, going through the villages and getting the weight and BMR, measuring the blood pressure. Next, please. So this is for the first aid kit. So these are doing some minor cuts and injury that has been taken care. Next, please. Using first aid kit. So we provide them first aid kit also. This is for drinking water, because you simple methods like you can use the alum. You just the alum is rotated through the water, moved through the water for 1 minute. The water is kept for whole night, and you get a sedimentation in the morning. So you remove that sedimentation by filtration, boil the water, and use it for drinking. So it's a simple method I tried in the last monsoon, and it was very effective. Next. So by the way of the collecting the data, they prepare this health maps of the village. Here they will, in this first map, the general situation where the water is there, where the gas connections are there, toilets. So on heat, on each, you can say the hot, they mention T. T means availability of toilet. G means availability of gas. So wherever there is gas as well as toilet is available, that hut will mention G and T. Similarly, all data, how many males, and so this is a complete, you can say, map of a village, health map, general sanitary situation of the water, gas, and toilet. The next map is on health. Next, please. So in the next map, what we do is that we put, you can see the small bindia or ticklies. Those are indicating, or those are put on the hut. So like red indicates the patient of anemia is then particular home. Then blue will show that the patient of diabetes is there. Then green will be showing like that. So at a glance, a map will show that where the patients are situated in particular village. So this is very, this has found to be very effective, because we put it into Samaj Mandir, or what you can say there, so you can have a idea about that particular village. Next. So what is the outcome of our these case studies after moving all this? You see this boy, which is the age 14, diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, but no medical files, no record or treatment. Next. These are some of the cases I am showing. This is the Anant Palvi, age 55, diagnosed with hypertension and diabetes, but no medical files, and so no record of treatment, no history is there. Next. Next is this lady, Tara Wag, age 60, needs regular arthritis and hemoglobin checkup, but no medical files are available, no doctors are there, so no treatment. Next. This is Anant Gaikwad, who age 55, is a bricklayer worker, may be suffering from respiratory and dermal infections, but no medical files available, no record, so no treatment. So that is the case general we found out through this our Dampatyas movement. Next. So what we thought is that the outcome of this study is that no health records. So whatever maybe the data collected by our Dampatya or healthcare workers can be lost. So what we thought is that why not to do it as digitalization. Next, please. Next. So this is we developed this digital health locket. So in all these cases, you see that availability of quick access to the health record to the physician is very important, but that was not available. So availability of this locket will reduce the time of diagnosis, cost of the diagnostic test, because we already diagnosed the patient by using our digital instruments, and improve overall outcome. So we have developed this wearable QR code based or QR code lead digital health locket. This is an unique approach to making health history available to the physician when physician health records are destroyed, lost, or so physician can just scan this QR code and get all the data. The data can be used for further analysis of the disease trends and prognosis of the clusters. The broad outcome will include reduction in the time of diagnosis, reduction in the cost of diagnosis, and continuity of the medical treatment. So these are the broad advantages, and because the QR code scanning will give all the family history of the data. Next, please. So the idea of digitalization, digitalized wearable health locket will allow four broad improvements: health record access, the shortening the time to the treatment and reduction of the diagnostic cost, prevention and treatment. This will enable us to build prevalent clusters of both communicable and non-communicable diseases. Like we are working in 30 villages. Now we'll be able to find out where is the prevalent of diabetes, where in these 30 villages, where is the prevalent of other diseases like anemia. This will allow us preventable strategies, especially in anemia, hypertension, and diabetes and kidney stones, which are the prevalent here. So overall improvement in the quality of life through the education about the drinking water, sanitation, and cooking gas practices that is also we are doing. Next, please. So this is the digital video. Can I show this? I don't think from here I will be able to. Can I go to my slide present? Hello?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, just one. Mr. Manish, can you put the video on? I think carry on. No, he's joining.
So we exported the PDF file, so we are not able to play the video at this moment, sir. So PPT was very high, sir.
So can I put it on from my this
Yes,
laptop?
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
please try. I will join in another 2 minutes. Just 1 minute. You carry on.
Just click on the present, click on the video file and upload, sir.
Share screen, no?
No. Click on
No,
the present slide. Go to the video file. Share se
Video
upar,
file.
sir. Video
Okay.
file.
Okay.
And upload, sir.
Okay.
That's it, sir.
I have made it on, but not it is showing. Why not it is showing?
No, sir. So you can send it to me if it is on YouTube or.
No, it is not on YouTube. And again, it will be a problem to show through email now.
Then sir, carry forward, sir. We can skip that video. We can show it later next time, sir.
Can I try once again?
Yes, sir.
So from where I'll need to go?
So click on the present. Go to the
Yeah.
video file.
Yeah, present video file, right?
And upload, sir.
Right, because I forgot to upload it. Not showing. Now here it is.
Yes, sir.
It will show.
Scenic, serene, and serenaded by blue skies and blue waters. Activity problems. Once generated, the QR code is printed and sits firmly, well protected in a locket designed with local tribal art sensibilities. Working tribes, fields, fishing, brick kilns, and manual labor provide them their livelihoods. They are happy in their lives until they are not. They are unaware of what affects them. So are their healthcare providers. If only the healthcare provider had known that she is highly anemic, he would have known what to do. But there exist no health records, not even the basic. Their records are as empty as their houses. No one maintains even the basic record of their health that can be used at primary care. They fear going to clinics because examination and diagnostic tests cost more than their earnings. Local medicine or local medicine men it is then. People land up in emergencies because simple information about their anemia or diabetes or hypertension is not recorded and not handy. Keshav Shrushti, an NGO with a health agenda, has been implementing its Gram Swasthya Yojana, rural health development. Keshav Shrushti's Swasthya Dampatya, health volunteer couple, collect health information from individual households. Their challenge is families don't keep them and painstakingly collected records are lost. Digitization was needed. Brand Care created a simple digitized version by creating the Keshav Shrishti Gram Swasthya Yojana software that captures every family's history into a unique QR code. The program can run even in cases of connectivity problems. Once generated, the QR code is printed and sits firmly, well protected in a locket designed with local tribal art sensibilities. The family head or spouse wears it with pride. The primary care physician finds it simple to use. Basic medical history is now quickly available. This medical visit just saved Asha a few thousands in blood tests. Dr. Suresh knows that her fainting spells can be because of a low iron. Asha's confidence in medical care has gone up. Swasthya Locket was inaugurated in this village by the village head. The Keshav Shrushti.
So that's the thing. We have started this. So now I'll go to the other slides. These last two slides. So digitalization is now being made applicable to all our, we have got 4 projects. One is the teleconsultation and providing referral facilities to tertiary. One slide, please, sir. One previous slide.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Previous slide. So the first is health. Next, previous. Health mapping of the village that we already seen and accessing the current health situation, preparation of family health card and preparation of map of the village.
Dr. Sureshji, can you?
Next.
Your voice is not coming.
1 minute. So why I mute it? I'm not on mute. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. The voice is coming.
Okay. So we have got these 4 projects. First, as I told you, that preparation of family health card and health map of a village, what we call it as a Swasthya Nakasha. And third one is now we have converted into digital, which has become very easy. Now medical colleges are coming to us. We are getting connected to them. Next. So the next step will be the teleconsultations. Now what we are doing is that we are doing teleconsultation. In the teleconsultation room, we just show the QR code to the doctor sitting in the city, Bombay. So he can just scan that QR code and get the family history. So whatever the other treatments he will advise, give the prescriptions or further investigation. So it has become so easy in such a remote area, sitting at their remote villages, they can directly get to the metro cities doctors because of this simple code. Then the third project is of our for treating the anemia and malnutrition, which is very prominent in this area. Here also we have kind of the concept of like just we give the marks for their progress into the algebra and other subjects. Here we give the marks on their stars or marks, like say the child is having normal height, he will get 4 marks. The child is having normal weight, he will get 4 marks. If normal BMI, another 4 marks. Then he has got hemoglobin normal, 4 marks. So total he will get 20 marks. So now last 2 months we are doing, before 2 months we did, and we found that out of 1,000 boys and girls, only you cannot hardly any child get 20 marks. It was in the range of 20 or 10 marks or just 5 marks. That shows that they are in that state of malnutrition. So for 2 months we have now given them treatment, and after the treatment again we'll see the score. So this is called as a health progress card. So that is given to the, after this 2 months treatment, we have given by nutritional mithai. We prepared this mithai with the help of ISKCON. So ISKCON is providing this mithai, so we have fed them, and now we will investigate their score on these 4 parameters, bioparameters as well as. And after that, the next stage will be, we cannot give the mithai all the time. So what we have decided is that we train the parents on simple recipes which will provide them the WHO's MDD, minimum diversified diet. So all these mithais based on MDDs, that is minimum diversified diet as per the WHO, and we are getting very good results. These children could put around 4 to 5 kg weight after this treatment. Rest hemoglobin is also good. So, but the next stage is awareness in the parents. That will do for the 4 months, and then again we'll check. So this project will we are now conducting in 30 villages along with the digital login. The last is fourth, that is provision of health security. What we found is that after detecting, say, diabetes, like that one boy, that he's insulin dependent diabetes, but he doesn't have money to buy insulin. He doesn't have freeze at home to store it. So what to do? So we have thought of a certain insurance type scheme, and that is called it as a Gram Swasthya Bima Yojana. We collect some 100 rupees from each villager, and from donors we get an you can say a amount of something donation, and say 25,000 of amount is collected. We'll calculate the what is the requirement of insulin for this boy is there, or what is the requirement for providing insulin, and what is the providing freeze. So basic amenities will be provided along with the medicine under this Gram Swasthya Bima Yojana. Next. So these are the 4 projects we are doing, and referring our patients to the tertiary care. So this is the basic idea of Health Locket. So thank you very much for giving me this.
Go to the previous slide. Go to the previous slide.
Which one? Yeah, this one just to show the Health Locket.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Very nice that, and you have worked on a very important component in bringing in one of the 6 health components together at the village level. We are taking integrated farm health management as a totality. You have done the health component, and we will try to have integrated approach of human health, plant health, animal health, soil health, water health, and environmental health and fish health together. And I'm very happy that you are able to join, and I'll be very happy that you give me a good for 10 villages, and we'll also have to see that that what is the health condition among the what is the data should be collected to introduce this one. You please prepare a proforma, circulate it to Madam Sangutta Basa, the chairman. She will be in a position to get the data collected for your own intervention. Thank you very much for joining. I think Mr. Binshra, Managing Director, Fish Corporate, is on the way. And since the time is very far, I will present on his behalf is about 5 slides, and then we will close the webinar. Thank you. Just 1 minute. Okay. And it is Mr. P.K. Mishra is the Managing Director, Fish Corporate, and I know him for the last since 2000, and he has done an extensive work and he is the managing director of Fish Cooperative, which consists of about 28 primary fisher cooperative societies. We have been trying to work out networking, and now we are trying to have a business plan for how to revive each primary fish cooperative society. The primary fish cooperative society has got a very unique proposition. If one person is involved in catching the fish, it generates two more employment to reach to the customer. So it is that 28,000 primary fisher cooperative societies, which has got about something like about so many lakhs of members. It is almost generating a job opportunity for 1 crore. Now the government of India has decided to go for 2 lakhs primary fish cooperative societies, from 28,000 to 2 lakh primary fisher cooperative societies. It means that it is a very good livelihood opportunity. So many water bodies, and the inland fisheries is very important. And Mayurbhanj district has got lot of potential. That's what he is trying to do. That he himself is from Bhubaneswar, and we can create a fish farmer producer organization. And Fish Cooperative is an end implementing agency. So this is one thing, empowering tribal communities through fisheries in tribal area. And previous slide, please. Hello. And objective is that the integrated rural development using watershed for supporting livelihood through ecosystem conservation, improve groundwater recharge to enhance access to recharged water through shallow tube or duct wells, efficient water conveyance and field application device within the farm, encourage community irrigation through registered user group or farmer produce organization, farmer oriented skill building activities for efficient water and crop management, back-end integration of fisheries and extension technology, and propagate indigenous free grazing poultry to supplement nutrition, livelihood security, biodiversity conservation. Fisheries Cooperative Societies is an organization sector. It has a National Federation of Fisheries Cooperative Limited, Fish Cooperative. There are 21 state federations, 7 regional federations, 134 district federations, and about now it is a previous slide. Now it is about 28,000 primary fisher cooperative societies and about 32 lakh 78,528 members. Now it is going to be enhanced to 2 lakhs primary fisher cooperative societies in the country. And he has put in a potential cluster and for Bangri Basu, Bangri Basi, block, and the total population is about 1,88,749, and about 61% is an ST populations. That, and if you see the cluster, and it has got lot of a lot of I think it is not coming properly. Lot of water resources, and this is very important. And this water bodies has to be used effectively for you can see that area under agriculture in Bangri Basi is this much, and you can see that fisheries feasible holdings in hectare. How many in Gram Panchayat is about 13,324 tanks are available, and hectares 133.24 hectare fishery feasible holdings are available, and there are a lot of private tanks, and for a fisheries, inland fisheries development, lot of potential is available in this district. He talks about strength. The cluster can hold about 2,000 hectare water bodies in Mayurbhanj district, which can be effectively brought into conjunctive water management for agriculture and allied activities. And opportunities are that there are 80+% of the common tanks are potential feasible for scientific fishery management project beneficiaries primarily belonging to SC/ST and OBC. And these holdings can be selected for hands-on input-based aquaculture, use of scientific fish rearing technology via biofloc, RAS, and for building equity through farmer produce organization or primary fisher cooperative societies. Of course, there are some other problems, challenges. One has to look into it. Lack of quality inputs and routine monitoring can pose threat in terms of fish health, disease, biomass growth, and so on and so forth. It is very important, and that's why we are looking into integrated, farm health management to bring in better benefits for the people. He talks about Mr. Mishra ji talks about the recommendation to conduct a baseline survey for beneficiary identification and organize as a farmer produce organization or primary fisher cooperative societies adopting watershed approach. In my initial talk, I talked about so many watersheds, major watersheds, sub watersheds, mini watersheds, and micro watersheds in Mayurbhanj district. Position institutional capacity of targeted backward community to access convergence, to have a backward community to access convergence and fund leveraging through share capital positioning, adopting PPP modality, increasing the income of tribal farmers and fishers by utilizing common and private tanks oblique other available water bodies, positioning in vitro input and output marketing to generate corpus. Propagation of scientific fish farming technologies among the fisheries for improved production. Demonstrating semi-intensive fish farming in the ponds in the project area and transfer of biofloc, RAS, or IPRS technologies, adopting PPP modality for higher return to the fishers. Strengthening post-harvest management through infrastructure and support to fishers and being organized as multi-purpose fish farming, the farmers producer organization. So he says that the indigenous tribes of India have a deep understanding of the land, and its resources, teaching us to live in harmony with Mother India, Mother Earth. It's very important one which he talks about it, and you know you know fisheries informatics network value chain, fisheries value chain is very important, and I'll be very happy that the fish corporate organization tried to work in association with the smarter tribal farming initiative in Mayurbhanj district along with Sangram. It will be very nice to have them, and let us have further discussion on this aspect. Thank you very much, Mr. BK Misraji. You are not able to join. I was able to present your slide for the benefit of the participants. Thank you very much. And I think Mr. K.C. Misra is not able to join, and I thank everybody who has participated in this program, and it is very it is a unique webinar to give our coordinated synergized approach for understanding and visualizing a convergence model for the selected area in Mayurbhanj district, to work with Sangram NGO and all other stakeholders organization like Central Institute for Women in Agriculture, Indian Institute of Horticulture Research, Central Horticulture Experimentation Stations, and all other stakeholders who have participated. It has given a strength to go for project proposal for preparation for this project. I thank our Honorable Chancellor, Honorable Vice Chancellor, and other faculty members for giving their and support and for organizing this program. and Mr. Santosh Kumar Sahu, who was able to, associate Sankaram NGO, and Madam Sanjukta Basa for this project, and Madam Sanjukta Basa, chairman of the Sankaram NGO, and Dr. Biswanath Sahu, and Dr. Shangamitra Patnaik was not able to join because he's busy in an exhibition program at Bhubaneswar, and Dr. Srinivas Petikam gave a very good, approach, and Dr. Biswanath Sahu and his colleague, Dr. Praveen, has given another model of the Central Institute of Women in Agriculture for operationalization, and the deputy agriculture marketing advisor from the Ministry of Agriculture, he is on tour to Karnataka. He is on the field. He has promised me that if he is able to get the signal, he will join. He was not able to join. And Mr. Satyabrata Mohanta has presented his interest in bringing in smart farming concept in the Mayurbhanj, our pilot project area. And Madam Vijay Lakshmi has talked about permaculture design for sustainable living, and it's very important. And Mr. Subrat Kumar Prusti, an officer from the Indian Telecom Service, he talked about total development of local area, and it is giving a totality of how multiple institutions working for a grassroots level development, be it social work or scientific work or administrative work or developmental activities. It has given a confidence that this networked effort through the technology, it is an open innovation value creation network in the digitalized world to bring in Atmanirbhar Bharat in agriculture through smart irrigated farming and smart rainfed farming and smart tribal farming. Operationalization of doubling farmers' income by 2022 committee recommendations in 101,42,000 tribal villages are very important to take them to New India 2047 as a developed village. This is a small beginning, and we have initiated pilot project in every state, starting from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, from as northeast to Gujarat state, and through the help of NGOs and person expert like Madam Vijay Lakshmi. She is participating in all the initiative throughout the country, and to bring in permaculture as a base design. Thank you very much, madam, and thank you
So
all the
much,
participants. Above all, I would like to thank Mr. Manish Chabra. Without
Manish.
him, program would not have been possible to conduct. And thank you very much, Mr. Mani Chabra, for through your from the university's co-learning platform to for hosting this program very effectively. And we have organized this program and for the past 3 hours 33 minutes. Thank you very much, and
Thank you.
will help in preparing the project proposal and discuss with the concerned authorities. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. And
Thank
we